Hey, hope how we all doing? Welcome back to Premier League Dad. My name is Key. We are live for Inter Milan against Liverpool. Oh, I'm so nervous for this one. I feel like I am more nervous for this one than maybe any other Liverpool game in recent memory. I can't even explain to you, and it is a little bit because of the Salah. Well, it's massively because of the Salah thing, but it's also just the fact that we're so desperate for a good performance here. Again, result is important, of course it is. Like, if we play terribly and we get a win, I'll still be delighted, but it won't be enough to kind of satiate the critics. There are some people who are Arne Slot out, and they're Arne Slot out no matter what happens from here on in. They are very much Team Mo Salah. They're the sort of people who are supporting Mo Salah over the club. That's their prerogative. But I am just incredibly nervous because I feel like if Liverpool were to get a win tonight, especially if we get a breakout performance from an Isak or an Ekatike or something like that, if we were to get a properly big performance from someone and we were to get a win at the San Siro, where we haven't won for 3 years, I believe. It might even be that no one's won in 3 years here. It's a long time anyway, since we've managed to get a win here, and yeah, it's gonna have to be a big performance to get anything. Inter Milan flying in Serie A and Liverpool maybe not doing as well as we should be. Luis Garcia, great to see Luis Garcia on the pundit team tonight with Daniel Sturridge and Clarence Seedorf. Good to see everyone in the chat. How we all doing? Shell, come on, Inter. Here we go. Shell, the Everton fans already backing Inter Milan. You're wrong, and Shell. Callum, Inter haven't lost a home Champions League game since September 2022. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Carol, how's it going, Carol? Good to see you. Adrian, how's it going, mate? Good to see you. Blake, left my mate stag do to catch this live stream on time. Fucking hell, what are you leaving people stag do for? I mean, I appreciate it. It's very kind of you. Don't be leaving stag do's on my account. Bring the stag in here. Tell them all to get in here. Lads. Where's your stag do? Where are you having a stag do? On a Tuesday night? A Tuesday night stag do? Jesus Christ. Blake says, long time since an English club has won at the San Siro. Yeah, it feels a good while since we've had a performance here. I think the last time I properly remember us coming and doing a real job against Inter Milan was when Torres scored a great goal here. We won, I think, 2-0. 92 FC, hello, how's it going, mate? Good to see you. Oh, I'm so nervy. I am super nervous. I'll scroll through the teams while we've got him. Liverpool have dropped Florian Wirtz. So Mo Salah, you're not the only player who gets dropped, by the way. Florian Wirtz has been dropped. Shell says Bayern 3, Sporting 1. Yeah, I think we all expected that. Who scored for Bayern, actually? Let's have a look. Bayern... League phase, fixtures. Oh, it's still going, isn't it, Bayern? Did Luke Joe score? No. Gnabry, Carl, and Tar. I tell you what, Leonard Carl, he's having an hell of a season, isn't he? What a start. Leonard Carl, 17 years of age, 4 goals and assists in his first 10-11 games for Bayern. He's flying. Joe, slot out if you lose this. Absolutely no way. Absolutely no way. And this shy boy, evening Key, about halfway through my shift, been looking forward to your stream all day. Good lad. I'm glad to hear it. I've been looking forward to seeing you all using, chatting away and trying to get our heads around all this shite that's going on with Liverpool. Goliath, evening Key, how's your day been? All right, I've got a bit of an headache. I think in part because of how stressed I am due to this game. But I've been cleaning the shed out today, which isn't a particularly pleasant job. Basically we're clearing the shed out to make it a bit more of a, I don't know. We padded it all out. It looks like there's a grow operation going on in there now. There isn't, but we're just kind of padding it out and insulating it so that if we want to go in there, we can go in there. We can go and work in there. There's a bit more of an extra workspace, I guess. So we've padded all that out and got rid of a load of junk. And yeah, it looks like, because you've got that reflective stuff up against the wall, it looks like there's a grow operation going on. Doctor Who Mania says, just joined. How confident are you about tonight? I see 3-1 to Inter. I'm hoping, I think 2-2. If I had to predict, I think 2-2, but it wouldn't surprise me at all. Jag, hey Key, got to change your name to the last sane Liverpool fan. Yeah, I feel like that sometimes, but sanity I would question. I have my moments. Believe me, I'm getting questioned. I'm getting called a lot worse than insane at the minute. Shell says, how are you with spiders? I'm okay. I'm okay. There was a couple today, quite big ones, and I was tasked with getting shut of them. My missus isn't great with spiders, so she was adamant I had to deal with them. Joe says, can you now say Isak treated us badly then, knowing how you feel about Salah now, so you know how we felt? No, because the Isak thing isn't the same. The Isak thing isn't the same as Salah. Why do people keep comparing the Isak thing and the Salah thing? It's not even remotely the same. Isak didn't do it mid-season, did he? Isak didn't do it after a game. Isak didn't come out after an disappointing away performance. Ben says, how are we, Key? How's it going? Surprised Flo's on the bench. Apparently Florian Wirtz, they're a little bit concerned. He's not got an injury, but he's played 3 games back-to-back, and they're just a little bit worried that he might be, they don't want to push him too hard, they don't want to exert him and he gets an injury and then that's a big setback. So I think they're just being careful with Florian Wirtz, mate, from what I'm hearing. Adrian says, Adrian Durham on TalkSport siding with Salah, heard it earlier. And Joe says he still did it though. Well, no, I know. For me, the issue is that he did it after the game. Isak didn't do what Salah's done. Isak didn't do what Salah's done. He didn't come out and disrespect his teammates. He didn't come out and attack the manager publicly. He didn't do it mid-season. He didn't do it after a game. All of these are the factors that are most aggravating me. They're the things that I'm most concerned about with what Salah's done. They're the things that really have annoyed me because he has had a pop at his teammates. He has had a pop at his manager. He's made things much worse for the team in the short term and the long term. He's made things much worse for us than they needed to be. So I'm really, really frustrated. Callum says we will lose, no hope. And Blake says, oh yes, whitewater rafting in Washburn Valley earlier today and a weekend in Newcastle coming up. Fucking hell, a full stag do weekend. Wow. Nice. Daz says, would you not have had started Wirtz tonight? Apparently it's an injury concern, Daz. It's not anything to do with him being injured, just that they're worried they don't want to exert him and push him too hard. Mohamed Yassin, random one, but who misses 2 players kick-off? I don't know what you mean, mate. I don't know what that means. And Jag says, did we lose sound? No, I don't think so. Well, I've not lost sound unless you guys have. Let me know. Red Rebellion says, even Alisson called Salah out in his press conference for his tantrum. Why are people defending Salah? I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Alisson also did say, didn't he? He also came out quite clearly and said, listen, Salah can say whatever he wants. He can say whatever he wants. Of course he can. But he has to deal with the consequences. And the consequences are that he isn't going to play tonight. Oh, here he is again, this shy boy. What a guy. Just want to wish you a lot of luck now in case I get caught up at work during the match. Hoping for big numbers for your stream key. Oh, what a guy he is. What a guy. Appreciate it, mate. Thank you very much. That's very, very kind of you. Enjoy the rest of your shift. If we don't see you for the rest of the stream, get yourself back in here for the next one. It's always good to see you, man. And hopefully the rest of the shift passes quickly enough. But good to see you as always, and thank you very much. Really do appreciate it. That's very, very kind of you. Razine says, hey Key, have you got any predictions for the game? By the way, will Frankfurt be a problem for us? Poole faced them earlier in the season. I don't think Barcelona will struggle against Frankfurt. No, I think Barcelona will put them away quite easily, just as we did, to be honest. Shell says, I'm watching Spurs against Slavia Prague. And what do we think about that one? Spurs Slavia Prague. That one should be a Spurs walk in the park, really, shouldn't it? Ben says, Jesus, how I'd love a Liverpool win tonight. A Liverpool win tonight would hit like crack, wouldn't it? It would be absolutely sensational. 92FC says it'll be interesting to see what the supercomputer has come up with. Do you know what? He gets many right, but he does get many wrong as well, so it's difficult to really put too much stock in it. Ben says, somehow I just don't feel like we'll get a win, but it's easy to feel like that as of late. But isn't it also fair to say, Ben, that a game away at Inter Milan is a very, very tough place to come, and if you get a point away at Inter, it's not a terrible result. Like, Liverpool have no right to come here and win. Liverpool will come here and do the best we can, I'm sure, but if we get a point here, it's not a bad result. Like, I'm not trying to manage expectations early, but I do. I feel like if we get a point here, like, I'm not disappointed. Doesn't matter. The performance is very, very important, though. Red Rebellion, I wonder if 2 up top will make Isak start firing. Fingers crossed. Maybe, yeah, it might give one of them a bit more space, mightn't it? I guess if Ekatiki's going, if he's dropping short, Isak can go behind. If one of them drifts wide, the other one can remain central. I imagine it's going to be a big, big opportunity for both of them tonight to try and dominate those Inter Milan centre-backs. Unknown says, Lisha, is your ban not over? When I looked earlier, it was still saying something to do with you need to do something to get access back on live, so I haven't even bothered. If it isn't letting me do it, then I'll look at it again tomorrow. But it said I should have had it back tonight. TikTok's just annoying, mate. It's just so frustrating. So frustrating. Daz, why hasn't he started Bradley tonight? I think, again, Bradley's the same. According to LFC Twitter, what it was saying is Bradley and Wirtz have been left out just because they've started quite a bit recently, and it's it's they don't want to push him too hard and get an injury. Mohammed says, sorry, I meant 2 players standing in the centre circle to pass to each other during kickoff. I know it's outdated. I don't get the question, Mohammed. Are you asking? Let me look back at what the earlier message said. You asked. I can't see your earlier message. What was your earlier message? Random one, but who misses 2 players kickoff? Who misses 2? Oh, right. Sorry. Yes. No, I get you now. Sorry, that's my fault. I apologise. You meant who misses, when you used to have 2 players kicking the ball off in the centre circle. I get it. I understand now. I've got you. Yes, I do miss that a little bit. It is a bit more old school, isn't it? I get you. I know what you mean. Sorry. That's me, that. I'm sorry. I was all over the place then. Ben says channel seems to be booming lately, mate. Well done. I wish I could say I know what it is. I'm working just as hard now as I was 2-3 months back. So I don't know, and that's kind of terrifying because it is. You're absolutely right. It's doing well at the minute, but I don't know. It still needs to keep going in that direction. Hopefully it does, but yeah. I don't really feel like I'm doing anything massively different to what I was doing a few months back. It's just that it's responding now. I don't know. Maybe it's just consistency. Maybe it's just time. I don't know. But something's happening. Either way. So, yeah, that's all good. Thank you very much, mate. I appreciate that. And Goliath says, I'm cheering on you guys tonight. An English team in Europe should have our support. And Ben, I think a massive part of that is staying on after the game and discussing what's unfolded. Yes. So, that's a very, very good point. And I am... You may or may not have seen it. I've got memberships now. I'm only launching them really like in January, but they're there. I've got them there. But in January, basically before every game and at the end of every game, for members only, I'm going to be doing a pre-match and a post-match. So if people want to be on before the game and after the game, then they can join. It's only I've got a £1 a month membership. And I've got members only videos, members only lives. I've got all that stuff coming up. So again, if you want to be in it, you can be in it. Don't have to. Absolutely no pressure. But it's there if people want to get involved. It's just a bit of added value. But I agree. Yes, absolutely. It's important. Red Rebellion having a YouTube channel is all about consistency. Hugo Ekatiki says, hey, it's me, mate, Eastern Red. How's it going? Hoping for the big game tonight. Shell, hit the likes for Key. He'll probably be crying at full time. Oh, Shell. Don't be saying that. And Ben says, how much is membership? £1 a month. Rip off. It's actually 99p a month. We're in a credit crisis, credit crunch. So I've got different options, but again, I've only just kind of configured it, and I want to make sure there's value there for people. This shy boy, I'm hoping your bigger numbers are more a reflection of your continued effort and has less to do with LFC's struggles. There's probably an element of both. However, I will say this. We did all right last night on a Wolves v Man United game. Wolves v Man United last night got like 10,000 views near enough. And it's near enough. I mean, I'm not a million miles behind what like really seasoned Man United live watch-along, creators got. I was surprised. I didn't think we'd do that well on a Wolves v United game. But I'm not a Liverpool fan channel. As you know, we're watching Liverpool tonight, but I'm not a Liverpool fan channel. We watch everyone on here. I just love footy. So I have just as much investment in watching Villa Arsenal the other day. It was a good stream. We enjoyed that. That was a good laugh. So yeah, I like them all. I like Everton. The Everton game got a massive viewer thing. Shay, what channel is the game on? It says TNT2 online, but that's showing Chelsea. No, it's Prime, mate. Amazon Prime. Liverpool is on Amazon Prime. For those who are wanting to watch, Amazon Prime is where you're going to find it. NUFC Isaac, love the Christmas decoration, key mate. Thank you. Well, it's just a little garland type thing. I need to put some twinkly lights on it and make it a bit more festive. But I'm trying. I've got a gonk. Is it a gonk? Is that what it's called? I've got a gonk, like a troll thing, over my shoulder here, so you can. Yeah, it's somewhat Christmassy, but not quite Christmassy just yet. 99p I can stomach £1 is extortion. And then UFC Isaac, love the Christmas. Oh, we've done that one. Sorry, Shell, only winding you up, key, just like you do with me. Hey, listen, I know, Shell, I know you're only playing. Carol, that's why you're on Fans Reaction. Well, yeah, I tend to get on a few of them lately, which is all good. An Unknown says, well, not really hard to dilute that. United being the biggest club in England despite who we play. I know, but I still think, when you look at like all the United fan, there's a lot of United fan channels online, isn't there? When United were playing Wolves last night, lots and lots of watch-along channels. We did quite well. Which was a surprise, but it's good. It's nice. It's a step in the right direction. But either way, as long as you enjoy the game, that's the main thing, isn't it? Ben says, my mad bet builder is Sobo, 2+ shots on target, Çalhanoğlu, shot on target, Isak and Martinez goal. Fucking hell, Ben, you might as well throw your money in the Atlantic. Are you still in New York? You might as well be chucking it in there. Absolutely shocking. Goliath says, I think it comes across that Key is a nice guy, knowledgeable, and it's hard going streaming every night. You've managed to create a great atmosphere. Even the ribbing of other teams is done very well. Key's a nice guy. How little you know me, really. I'm only playing. Yeah, I wish I could come across as a bad guy, but it's not really my thing. 92FC says, someone called my Christmas tree a twig because it's so little. It was very hurtful. Your Christmas tree. Be glad it was just your Christmas tree. Ben says, I'm coming at you loud and clear from the sunny coast of Miami. How have you got to Miami? Well, I mean, I know how you've got there, but you was in New York. I didn't know you was going to Miami. Yeah. Oh, nice. Shell says, Son back at Spurs. Is he really? Heung-min Son. 3-star Reds, only thing missing Christmas decorations is a tree with red and white baubles and 2 Champions League stars on top. What do you reckon, Arsenal fans? Ben, sorry, I meant Warrington. I mean, that's easy enough to confuse the two, innit? Unknown says, continue to watch us. Maybe you'll surpass a Goldbridge key for success. That United. Yeah, maybe I will surpass a Goldbridge stream at one point. Who knows? Hey, I will do if he keeps watching F1. He's watching F1 on That's Football. Have you heard it? It's absolutely shocking. Absolutely outrageous. Watching friggin' Formula 1 on That's Football. Oh, I'll tell you what, there's so many Liverpool fans who are going in on Jamie Carragher. So many. Ben, that's mad from Goldbridge watching F1 on a football channel. He can do what he wants though, can't he, really? Yeah. That's, you know... It's his channel and he's massive. He's absolutely massive. He's made it. NUFC Isaac says, did you see the Carragher clip? Are you on about the one with... the one where he's on about... I've never criticised Mo Salah as a player. And he goes, yeah, well... You said his legs had gone last week. Yeah, I've seen that one. Ben, has Paul Joyce confirmed he's been banned from Anfield? Surely not. No, he's not. He's not been banned from Anfield. That's a made-up nonsense. There's no way. Goliath, are you happy with the lineup tonight? Well, listen, let's go through the lineups tonight. For Inter Milan, come on, Key, sort yourself out, mate. For Inter Milan, it is Jan Sommer in goal, Akanji, Acerbi and Bastoni at the back, with Di Marco and Luis Enrique on the wings, Barella, Çalhanoğlu and Mkhitaryan in midfield, Martinez and Thuram at centre forward. It's going to be a very, very interesting midfield battle, that one, because Barella, if he's on form, is absolutely sensational. I think Mkhitaryan and Çalhanoğlu can be got at. Their legs are maybe not what they once were. So, you know, if Gravenberch and Szoboszlai and Jones kind of get around him, I think we'll win that midfield battle. The real challenge for us is going to be those defensive areas. Di Marco up against Joe Gomez. You know, Luis Enrique and Martinez drifting into those sort of pockets in between Robertson and Van Dijk. That's going to be a big, big challenge for us tonight. But I think the midfield battle is where it's going to be won and lost. Ekitike, Isak, you know, they can certainly cause that back three some issues. Listen, Akanji is a much, much better player than many people remember him being at City. I think he's a fabulous player. He's quick, and he'll fancy that battle with Ekitike. He really will. Alf says, Alpha Vecca, big up Key, can't stick around today, but good luck. I hope win so Salah can cry on the bench about being washed and all that. Well, good to see you, Alf. Thank you for coming in, mate. Good to see you as normal. And Goliath says, I thought Jamie had earned the right to his opinion. I would have said so too. Yeah, I think he, you know, if he wants to have an opinion, then he can have an opinion about it. That's no problem as far as I'm concerned. Kane, how's it going, Kane? And Shay says, are you back on TikTok tonight? I am not back on TikTok tonight. No, I thought I was, but it still says I am suspended. Live access is still suspended. When I tried to go back on it tonight, couldn't get back on it. So I couldn't be bothered fannying around and trying to figure out, why is it? I've put an appeal in. I've asked the question. I've sent a message to TikTok help. They're useless. I shouldn't have been banned in the first place. I've not done anything wrong, and yeah, there you go. They've thrown me under the bus. So what can I say? NUFC says Isak, he only causes himself issues, Key. And Abdi Samad, how's it going, Abdi? Goliath Core, you must have been really naughty on TikTok. Well, I've been banned 3 times on there, or suspended 3 times on there, all for the same nonsense, really. I drank out of a glass that had Carlsberg on it. It was a glass of Coke. See how this one? It's just a normal glass. It's a normal glass, yeah. I once had a little Carlsberg glass. I might even have one here. No, I've not. Little Carlsberg glass, and I just had a drink out of it on live, and it said, you're consuming alcohol. consuming alcohol, promoting alcohol, you're banned. So I got a 72-hour ban for that. And then the other night, someone asked me about betting. Someone asked me and said, "Oh, Key, do you think there'll be a fifth goal in the game? I need a fifth goal for me bet." And I was like, "No, I don't think there will be a fifth goal in this one, mate." That was it. That was it. Bang, live access went down. The whole live shut off. And it came up, "You've been suspended for promoting betting activities." So that's the sort of things I've been suspended for on TikTok. Joe says, "Can we do a bet over Jacob Murphy signing for yous in January?" We don't want him. We don't want him. Shay says, "I have an 800 to 1 multi-match bet builder on tonight. Pound on it. Stick a pound on it. Always good for sticking a pound on it. No problem." Saying that, I am promoting betting there, aren't I, really? No, I do not. Absolutely do not. When the fun stops, stop. Right. Come on, we're getting close to kick-off now. 1 minute to kick-off. Who've Inter got on the bench? Esposito, Bissek. Jesus Christ, that was quick. They're not even showing the bench. Bissek. I'm surprised Bissek isn't starting for Inter. I really like him. Talented player. Very, very talented player. Virgil van Dijk and Lautaro Martinez there. In the centre circle. Who's the referees? Who are they from? Germany. German refs. Oh, we should have had Florian Wirtz playing. We've not got any Germans, have we? Ollie, call me weird, but I'm watching QPR v Birmingham. That is pretty weird, Ollie. And UFC eyes that you bought the phone but not the charger key. Listen, you say that, but he's going to score again tonight, Isaac. Scored a great goal against West Ham, won us the game. He's going to be doing it here now, I'm telling you. This shy boy, Keys out here turning kids onto drinking and gambling on TikTok. You can't fool us. Oh, I'm an absolute wrong'un, mate. It's literally like, yeah, Pol Pot, Hitler, me. It's bad. It's very, very bad. Abdi Samad says, "I think Liverpool score." And Shay says, "Yeah, what score are you saying for this?" I'm going 4-2 Inter. 4-2 Inter. I don't think there's going to be that many goals. I've got Liverpool to win with a 1.5 handicap. So I think if we do lose, we'll only lose by 1. That's my prediction. I've gone Liverpool. I've gone there to be a goal in the game. I don't think it'll be 0-0. There will be a goal in the game. And 1.5 handicap. That is my prediction. That's what I've gone for. Let me know what you think. Right. Score. Match time. 16 seconds in. 18, 20. Right, there you go. Right, we're playing. We're live. Kenneth Elliott. How's it going, Kenneth? 2-2, you're saying. Goliath thinks 3-2 Liverpool. I do. I think it's going to be... I think it's going to be a low-scoring game, but I think it could be maybe 1-0 either way, or maybe 2-1 at a push. But only one goal either way. I don't think we absolutely batter Inter, and I don't think they absolutely batter us. I think it's going to be a really interesting game, though, because it could be either way. Like, either team could pinch it. We need a big, big game from the likes of Soboslai and Gravenberch. I'm praying McAllister doesn't drop another clanger. McAllister can't keep doing what he's been doing. He's too good a player to keep being so poor. Shay says, "Every time I watch Inter, it's always a bag full of goals." God, that doesn't bode well. 5-4. I'll take it now. Liverpool win 5-4. I'd be delighted with that. Back to Alisson. Here's Van Dijk. Liverpool's shape's looking a little bit better. Joe, can't believe you're watching this over Barrow versus Tranmere. Shocking, isn't it? Is that the EFL Cup or is it in League 2? Oh, that's a great bit of play. Here's Andy Robertson. Oh no, it's Ekatike. Ekatike in the box. Go down, Hugo. It was Robertson with the dummy, I think. Richie's missed a sitter for Spurs. There's no surprise in there. I can't believe we've got this far into the live. We're basically 30 minutes into the live. We've not even mentioned Mo Salah yet. Nobody's even asked about the Mo Salah situation. It's brilliant. We're not even... I'm fed up of talking about it, to be honest. It's all we've talked about all week. But I'm just fed up of him. Joe, go on, Richie, lad. Go on, Ricky. Stay, Richie, lad. Come on. Put these away, Liverpool. Nice early goal. Settle us down. Oh, that's brilliant play. That's much better. Oh, great play. Isak. Over to the right-hand side. Oh, yeah. Better. I like it. 3-star Red says, I've got to get some new glasses, Shell, after reading your last post. Audio options. To listen without commentary, select... Oh, I didn't know I could do that. Stadium FX. Yeah, how do I do that? I'd love it if I could do just Stadium FX. That'd be brilliant. Audio options. Stadium FX. Can I do that? Is that going to let me have it? I'll happily listen to just the commentary in the background. Paul Hexham, are you back on TikTok yet, pal? I'm not, mate. I should have been tonight, but it went... As soon as I went back on, it said your live access is still revoked. So I don't know what's going on. No idea. NUFC Isaac, watching this over Wraith Rovers versus Hamilton Academicals game is absolutely gone. Reese says he's probably licking his wounds from being absolutely destroyed by Cara. Tolga, Inter Liverpool match, end 1 and 10, double chance, full time 1, Inter, come on. Right, so in other words, Inter Milan to win. Is that what we're saying, Tolga? Are you saying that Inter Milan are going to win this one, Tolga? Is that too loud, by the way? Are we picking that up? I don't know whether that's too loud or not. I'll drop it down a little bit. Come on, Andy Robertson. Be careful. Good lad. Well done, Gravenberg. Come on. Big game, this one. Inter win. It's not an Inter win. It's definitely not an Inter win. I'd take a point, though, now. I think if offered, I think I would probably take a point. Just because of the situation that we're in. And yeah, it's a difficult night. It's a difficult away game. Salah's not made it any easier. Salah would have been starting tonight. This is what makes it all the more frustrating. We've lost Gakpo to injury. Chiesa's poorly. We would have been starting Mo Salah tonight. But no, he couldn't just keep his mouth shut. Here's Barella over on the far side. I feel like we're going to have to ride our luck a little bit here. Do we think... I mean, it's Cristian Chivu, isn't it? That has taken over at Inter Milan. And they're chasing down Napoli at the... Ooh, they're chasing down Napoli at the top of Serie A. They're obviously chasing another Scudetto win. They're only 1 point behind Napoli at the top of Serie A, and they're playing really well recently. But, yeah, I mean, Cristian Chivu's maybe got a growing reputation in the game a little bit. A little bit like Fabregas at Como. Chivu's only relatively young, I think. Yeah, managed Parma for a spell. Managed the Inter Milan under 19s, under 18s, under 17s, under 14s. Kind of come all the way up through the academy. And then managed Parma for 6 months towards the back end of last season. Kept them up. And then obviously got the Inter job off the back of that. So he's an Inter legend, isn't he, in many ways? Ronnie, Key, it must be annoying that we're 2 points above you in the league. Not really. No, it's still early. Still early in the league. I am yeah, I'm sufficiently heartened that Man United are not going to finish above Liverpool. Everton are above us in the league. It's just reflective of where Liverpool are at the minute. Szoboszlai with a free kick for Liverpool. Get it in the box. Ball whipped in. Oh, only as far as Robertson. Grav. Get it back in, Curtis. No, that's poor. Very poor. Joe, can we get Tolga in for the derby predictions, please? He might be our only hope. Well, he will be. I'm sure he will be on for the derby. Joe, can we... Oh, sorry, we've done that one. Sorry, Prince Rupert. All right, Key, what's your predictions for tonight? Good to see you first off, mate. I think for this one, I've gone for 2-2 or 1-1. I think it's going to be a draw. Yeah, I think a draw. Ronnie says, it's true, the league doesn't really begin until the new year. And this shy boy says, as a City fan, I'll always support Liverpool finishing above United. The enemy of my enemy is my friend, eh, mate? Here's Gomez down the right-hand side. He's getting very high up the pitch, isn't he? Shay, we have Bournemouth, Villa and Newcastle next 3 games. I think we'd be lucky to get 4 points. Here's Joe Gomez. Ball in. Oh, unlucky. Near post. That's better from Liverpool. Much, much better. Jan Sommer comes out and claims it. Three-star Reds. Dyche gets his backside into gear. Forest could reach top half of the table. Oh, that's poor from Inter. Well done, Ekatike. Got to keep going here. Got to press them much, much better than we are. Reese is a Kanji on loan at Inter. I don't think so. I think he sold, didn't he? I'm sure they sold him. Sure they sold him to him. Let's have a look. Oh, no, it is. Yeah, it's a £1 million loan. I don't know if there's like a... I don't know if there's a buying, obligation at the end of that, but perhaps. A chorus of Arne Slot available from the audible from the away end up high. So Liverpool fans are singing Arne Slot. I love it. I absolutely love it. That's what I want to hear. That's what I want to see from my fans. From Liverpool fans singing the manager's name. Absolutely right. This shy boy says, I will admit I started supporting City because all the bullies and posh kids in primary were all United fans. This was the Ronaldo era after all. Lovely. And Paul says, at some point all are new and all players will click. It could start tonight, who knows? Every chance. Every chance. Çalhanoğlu here is going off. What? Is he going off permanently? Is he getting subbed? He is. Çalhanoğlu off for Zielinski. I don't like this because Zielinski's actually a very good midfielder. Liverpool nearly signed him once upon a time. I think it was from Napoli, wasn't it? I'm sure he played for Napoli previously. Liverpool very close to signing him, but he's just coming in now for Çalhanoğlu. A little bit more mobile than Çalhanoğlu. But it's a blow to Inter Milan's strategy and Chivu's, tactical game plan. He had Çalhanoğlu in there with Barella and Mkhitaryan. Now he switched him out and in comes Zielinski. Reece says, I'd rather have a Kanji than Ake, to be honest. And what we saying? Sorry, Jag, with all the negativity around the club, I want to shout out Joe Gomez for coming into a position he doesn't play after not getting much playing time in the last 2 seasons. I mean, he hasn't had much playing time, full stop, in probably the last 3 or 4 years, has he? If you look at Joe Gomez's career, like, Klopp didn't fancy him for a couple of years, and first year, Slot didn't really play him all that much. He's not really played an awful lot of football. Yeah, 17... Well, sorry, I tell a lie. 3 years ago he did, didn't he? 3 years he played for... That's the most he's ever played for Liverpool. Jesus Christ. He had... 2020-21, he made 7 appearances in the league. 21-22, he made 8. 22-23, he made 21 appearances. 23-24 he made 32, and then last season 9. But already this year we've seen him make 7 appearances, so he might be on course to make a half-decent number of games. Oh, that's a naughty one on Andy Robertson. That could be an early one. It's a yellow card. Hey, there might be a check on this, you know. Van Dijk's just asking the ref to have a look at this. He's asking the ref to have a little look at this because he catches Andy Robertson here. Watch this back. Watch this back. Oh, it's not a red card. It's not a red card, but it's a naughty one from Lautaro Martinez. It's definitely a yellow. Definitely a yellow card. Harry, can we take 30 seconds to appreciate how much of a genius you are, Key? You said a couple of weeks ago that Liverpool would play 4-4-2 and they're playing 4-4-2 Diamond. I think that is the long-term plan, but without, you know, I'm not going to sit here and bask in the glory of being a genius. I'm not saying that at all, because I'm not right yet. I think the true test of that will come whether or not Liverpool continue to play 4-4-2 when Salah's at the AFCON. If Salah goes to the AFCON and Liverpool are still playing 4-4-2, then by all means, please keep coming back into the chat and telling everyone what a genius I am and how I predicted this months ago. Please, please do. Keen Josh, how's it going? What's your score prediction for this match, bro? For me, I think it's going to be a draw. I'm really hoping that Liverpool can win and get a result, but I feel like it's a difficult away ground and we're not in necessarily the best shape. Largely due to a certain someone giving ridiculous interviews after defeats or after results. Jag says it's clear Slot wants 2 strikers. I think he wants 4 midfielders as much as he wants 2 up top. I think he wants that box midfield, the same sort of thing that Palace play with. I think he wants that. It's a very modern thing that you don't really have wingers. Your full-backs or your wing-backs are the width in the team, and you have 2 number 6s and 2 number 10s, and that's kind of, I think, how Liverpool will end up playing. Szoboszlai Wirtz further forward, McAllister, Gravenberch, probably another number 6, whoever to replace McAllister, a bit deeper, and we'll play Kerkez and Frimpong very high, and that would explain, wouldn't it, why we've gone and got 2 such attacking full-backs. That would make a lot of sense, wouldn't it? Kerkez and Frimpong are not defensive fullbacks. They're players who are used to being high and getting forward and getting into the box and very wide, and that's exactly what we want. But we're not really playing them that way at the minute because we're still stuck in this antiquated 4-3-3, and it doesn't quite fit. Jag says it's clear Slot wants 2 strikers, which is odd because we only have 2 strikers on the roster. And Reece, Liverpool are most definitely working out a way to get Salah out of the club, I think. Yeah, oh, absolutely. 1,000,000%. And that's fine, isn't it? That is absolutely fine. It's totally normal that a club who are paying Salah £400,000 a week, they might look at him and think, do you know what, you're not really justifying that at the minute. So, you know, if we can get a buyer for you in January, we might be tempted. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think that's football. In the same way that if Mo Salah decided at the end of last season, I don't want to sign a new contract. I want to go and get a big deal somewhere else. I mean, we wouldn't like it, would we? The club wouldn't like it, but that's football. He would have had that decision. He would have had that choice. Liverpool have their choice now, and if they don't want to keep him and they've got an opportunity to sell him, then I don't really think there's a huge problem with him exploring that. If I'm Mo Salah and I've got this big massive ego, I'd be looking at it and going, well, I'll prove you wrong. I'll get my head down, I'll work hard, I'll get back in the side, and I'll show you what an unbelievable player I am. That would be the smart thing to do. Not come out and have a go at everyone and, you know, throw your teammates and your manager under the bus because you've been out the team for 2 games. Shut up. Absolutely shocking. Bradders, Saudis probably our only hope of getting big money for Salah. No, he isn't going to go to Saudi. I don't think he goes to Saudi. Mo Salah still thinks he's the best player in the world, or one of the best players in the world. You can tell that from what he said in midweek. He was talking about Erling Haaland and how, you know, he's the best player in the Premier League and all that. There's no way in hell Mo Salah goes to Saudi. Zero chance. Not a chance. This is why. Have you seen the news today about him saying he wants to terminate his contract? Like the club agree a mutual termination. The only way the club agree that is if Mo Salah pays £100 million out of his own pocket. And then he'll have a free opportunity to go somewhere else. Oh, good play from Liverpool. Here's Curtis. Hit it. Oh, big chance. Good save. First big opportunity and a first real shot on target. Well done there, Curtis Jones. Here's Ekatike. Go on, Hugo. Well done. This is better from Liverpool. Brendan, why do you think 4-3-3 is antiquated? Don't most big teams play that way? Chance. Oh, again, big strike from Liverpool. Good shot, good save. Cristian Chivu will be looking a little bit more unsettled with the way that this change to his midfield is allowing Liverpool to get a bit more, and they're doing it again. Liverpool starting to get a bit more joy through the middle. Couple of shots on target in the last couple of minutes. Here's Ekatike. Ball in. Oh, a bit too heavy. But Liverpool starting to get a bit of joy now. This is good. This is much better. Why do I think 4-3-3 is antiquated? Let me rephrase that. That's probably a poor choice of words. Antiquated in the sense of, from a Liverpool perspective, I think Liverpool are trying to develop the way we play, and 4-3-3 is the way we've played for the last 10 years under Jurgen Klopp. I think Arne Slot wants something a bit different. He wants to change system. And I think we're stuck within that 4-3-3 because it's baked into all the players that we have. We only have 2 centre forwards. To play 4-4-2, you need at least 4, don't you, really? Or at least 3 and 1 that can play in other places. We don't have that. So we need some more. We also need more central midfielders, and we need less wingers. We've got Gakpo, we've got Salah. We don't need players like that. Those players will be moved on, I'm pretty confident, if I am right about the 4-4-2. Harry, this might sound odd, but I genuinely want Liverpool and all British teams to do well in Europe. I know not many other fans would feel the same about United, but I don't care. I take a weird pride in UK teams. I think that's really good, Harry. I mean, my dad's the same, to be honest. I'm not saying you're not my dad, I know that, Harry, but my dad takes the same sort of view. That he'll always, Liverpool, he'll always prefer the English team, whoever it is and whoever they're playing, he'll always back them to do well and support them. But he does have a laugh if United get beat in Europe. So, swings and roundabouts, I guess. Jag says, rumour is Salah doesn't want to move his family to Saudi. I just think it's more a case of him thinking he's better than Saudi. I think he's better than that league. I don't think he thinks he's ready to retire to Saudi yet. He's not there yet. He's got another 4 or 5 years challenging for Champions Leagues and Premier Leagues. I am telling you now, if he somehow manages to get Liverpool to buy out his contract, or if he terminates his contract, I am telling you now, mark my words on this one, right? Mark my words, he goes to Manchester City. I'm calling it now, it will happen. I'm telling you. If Mo Salah terminates his contract with Liverpool, there's talk about a mutual termination. If it happens, right? If that happens, he will end up at Manchester City, I promise you. Absolutely promise you. Bradders, is it crazy to say we've looked better attacking since Salah's been dropped? No, I think we've looked better defensively, for sure. This is what people don't seem to appreciate. I really do think we've looked better defensively. I'm not sure about better going forward. We've looked a little bit flat, but I think defensively it was a big problem for us, and all of a sudden we look a lot more solid. 20 minutes into the San Siro, I don't care what anyone's saying, 21 minutes in, we've dominated. We've had 2-3 shots on target. We're playing really well. Inter haven't had a sniff. I think it's a good start away at the San Siro. It's a good performance so far from Liverpool. Goliath, oh my God, Salah to City would be crazy. I'm telling you, he'll do it. He will do it. I guarantee you he'll do it. Do you know why? Because it'd be working with Pep Guardiola. City needs someone on that right wing, right? Pep Guardiola would love to get one over Liverpool. City have done it before. They've taken other Premier League legends, haven't they? They've gone and got, Frank Lampard and stuff like that. They've done that before. They would do it with Mo Salah. I'm telling you, they would pay Mo Salah an extortionate amount of money to go and play for Manchester City, and he would absolutely go there. He would go there. And he would see that as like a big fuck you to Liverpool. He would say, yeah, I'm going to your rivals and I'll win the Premier League with them and I'll show you. And that's what he'll do. I'm telling you, if Liverpool allow him to buy out his contract, that's where he's going. He'll go to the team that would hurt us the most. Bradders says, if Salah goes to City, would the side of the fan base that are backing him now turn against him too? No, because the side of the fan base that are backing Salah would back him come hell or high water, no matter what he did. That's for those people. It's ingrained. It is ingrained in them that they support player before club. That's their right. Again, that's totally their right. Some people support football clubs based on certain players. Like there's some people who, and it's not just Liverpool. I know Arsenal fans from around the world who are like, I got into the club because I loved Thierry Henry and he was my favourite player. And that doesn't necessarily mean they haven't since become Arsenal fans, but there's a lot of Liverpool fans and a lot of other fans who get into a team because of one particular club. And then, inevitably, it's those type of fans who are on the side of Mo Salah in this particular argument. Reece, the head loss that would happen if he went to Arsenal, it would be mental. Well, he's not going to go to Arsenal because you've got Saka, you've got Madueke, and you've got Wanyeri on that side. So you guys are overstocked a little bit. Curtis Jones, that's absolutely brilliant. How is that a foul to Inter? How is that a foul to Inter, referee? Oh, you had an absolute shocker there, ref. That's disgusting. Comedy Long Pants Gamer, Super Key, how's it going? I'm good, man, how are you? Good to see you. Ben says, I'm firmly not on the side of Mo Salah. I'm on the side of, I don't want to be too anti-Mo Salah, because I'm not. Sometimes it might come across that way, I don't mean it to be. I love Mo Salah. Mo Salah's an absolute legend of the club, I love him to bits. And what he did last weekend kind of goes against, it's a little bit out of character. Like, some people would argue, no, it's not. He's done this before. And I get that argument too. But not like this. Not this self-serving and disrespectful. And that is what that was. The interview was disrespectful, and it was disrespectful and self-serving, and it was totally wrong. Totally wrong. There's no justification for it. Doesn't matter how frustrated he was. Doesn't matter. He's been left out of the side for 2 games. 2 games you've not played, Mo, and you've kicked off. Like, that's why it doesn't make any sense, and it's quite clear that it's only coming from maybe the club want to sell him. And if the club want to sell him, again, that's their right. It's totally fine. What are we saying? Sorry, Goliath says, I wouldn't want him at Arsenal, but Lord's prob would. Ben, he's a living legend and a great, but for me, when you speak out against a club like that in what felt so choreographed, it's unforgivable. It's a very fair point, yeah. Did feel like orchestrated, didn't it? It felt planned. Yeah, I didn't like that. Comedy Long Pants Gamer, how's Liverpool doing? They're doing good, mate. Yeah, really good. I think so far we've been the better side. Inter Milan haven't really had a sniff. We've had a few shots on target. Yeah, I think we've done okay. We've done all right. I'm quite happy with it. Timbo, hey Key, how come you've left TikTok? I've not, mate. I've not left TikTok. I'm just still, my live access is still suspended on there. Yeah. I'm trying to figure it out, but but TikTok are not having it. Oh, chance, keep them out. Good play. Very, very good play, that by Liverpool. Great defending. We're still yet to see Inter Milan have a shot either on or off target in this game. But they're coming forward a bit more now. Reece, the only time I felt... what are we saying? Heartbroken is when Van Persie left for Man United. I wasn't old enough to see Henry leave us. And Timbo says, also thoughts on Salah being a big baby. That's it, yeah. He's been a big baby. He's bang out of order. He's let the side down. He's been disrespectful. He shouldn't play for Liverpool again unless he apologises. That's my opinion. I wouldn't have him back in the side unless he apologises. However, I do think he will start next week against Brighton. Even if he doesn't apologise, I think he starts this weekend. 92FC says, some Newcastle fans said we should just be thankful that we had Isak and just enjoy that he won us a cup. I think there's an element of truth to that. You've not seen a cup winning side in your lifetime, so I think there's got to be an appreciation for that. But equally, I think if you're pissed off at him, ask yourself why. I think that's the problem. That's the issue I've got with Isak and Newcastle is there a way that Isak could have left Newcastle? I don't think there is. I think such was the feeling of, him going to another Premier League club. I think he would have. Some Newcastle fans would have said he's betrayed us no matter what. There was no way that Isak was leaving Newcastle unless he did what he did. Bradders says, this is the Klopp. What are we saying? Sorry, this is the Klopp thing. When Salah was benched once from a few years back, he turned up to 1,000. He did, didn't he? He freaked out against West Ham. Do you remember that? In Klopp's final season, he was like having a proper pop at Jurgen Klopp on the touchline. It's ridiculous. Goliath, was he just trying to get Slot sacked? No, I actually don't think his issue is with Arne Slot. Oh, it's a good ball over the top for Liverpool. Here's Ekitike. Ekitike in the box. Oh, unlucky corner. Corner to Liverpool. Good play. Yeah, no, I don't think Salah was trying to get Slot sacked. I actually don't think his issue is with Arne Slot. I think what Salah was trying to say in a roundabout way is, I actually don't think his issue is anything to do with him being dropped. That's why I don't think his issue is him being on the bench at all. Because that would be ridiculous, wouldn't it? 2 games on the bench and he's kicking off. That doesn't make sense. I think what's happened is Liverpool have looked at it and gone, he's on 400k. He's making far too much money to be playing the way that he is. Like, we can't justify paying someone 400k a week unless they are dropping serious quality, consistent performances. And he's been well off it this season. Now, he deserves time and he'll get time. But I think what we've seen is maybe his agent, maybe Rami Abbas, his agent, has just got wind that Liverpool are talking to Saudi or talking to some other clubs, I don't know, about maybe selling Mo Salah. Maybe they've got wind of conversations like that happening and Salah's freaked out and gone, hang on a minute, why are they throwing me under the bus? They're not throwing you under the bus, mate. They just don't necessarily think you're right for the club anymore. And I think that's fine. I don't think it is anything to do with Slot. I really don't. I think Slot is just carrying out the directives from above. I think that he spoke to Richard Hughes and Michael Edwards and they've said, look, we'd quite like to move him on after the AFCON. If we get a suitable offer in January, would you as the coach be quite happy for him to go? I think Slot's gone, well, yeah, okay, fair enough. I mean, if we can get that money to use and I can use it on someone else, then okay, fine. Yeah, if that's what you think's the best thing. Because ultimately, he's not the manager. You know that, right? Arne Slot is not the Liverpool manager. He is the Liverpool coach. That's a very important distinction. Liverpool changed the job description when Jurgen Klopp left. He's the Liverpool first team coach. He is not the Liverpool manager. He doesn't get a massive say in this stuff. That's why criticism of his signings this summer don't make sense. A lot of his signings aren't actually his signings. They're not his. I'm sure if he had total control, he wouldn't be saying, oh, do you know what, can we go and sign a load of 21-year-olds that need a little bit of coaching? No, he'd want to go and sign a load of top quality, 27, 28, let's go and get some absolute worldies ready to win right now, and then I can win the title. Dead easy, I can retain it. Reece says, apparently Salah has only ever spoken to the media in the mix zone 3 times in his Liverpool career. Liverpool corner, header, Isak! Yes! No, it's Konate! Is it Konate? Yes! Ibu's done it! It's 1-0! Yes! Hey, and there's going to be a check. What's the check for? There's no check. There's no check on that. There's nothing wrong with it. It's absolutely fantastic. From the best centre-back in the world after Virgil van Dijk. You heard it here first. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it loud. With the chest, I'm going to say it. He's the second best centre-back in the world, that lad. Headed on goal. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. There's nothing wrong with that. That's perfect. Liverpool 1-0. Ibu Konate with the goal. We'll have that, please, ref. Thank you. Yes, let's have it. What's the goal check for? There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing at all. Hey, we're 1-0 up. We're 1-0 up. Hey, Referee view, Mark Clattenburg. Oh, God, yeah. What does Mark Clattenburg think? I wonder. This shy boy says, I've been in chats on the other side of the debate. I think seeing how it's all transpired has been regrettable. Even as a rival fan, it's made me sad. It is sad, isn't it, what's happened with Salah? It's very sad. And it is regrettable, actually, that a wonderful Liverpool career is going to come to an end like that. It's really sad. What are we checking here? What are we checking? It's an absolute clear goal. There's nothing wrong with it. Are they going to try and spawn this away from us again? After Liverpool have had the most, absolutely outrageous decisions against us this year. Are we going to get this one spawned off us as well? Are we going to get this one snatched away from us? Let's see. Let's see. What's the check for? There's nothing in that. There is nothing in that. Handball. I've never heard such nonsense. Never heard such nonsense. It's never handball. Come on, ref. Bang. Point to the centre circle. Point to the centre circle. Never handball, that. Never, ever, ever. Come on, Ibu. You've got no evidence that that's handball. No evidence at all. There's none. There's no angle you can find that shows that handball. It's not handball. Ben Twist says, even Shearer said that would be harsh. Christ, even Alan Shearer's on our side. If Alan Shearer's on our side, something's terrible. Something's dreadfully wrong. Why is this taking so long, ref? Just point to the centre circle, lad. Just point to the centre circle. It's the easiest thing in the world. Dead easy. Inter 0, Liverpool 1. Come on. Come on. Do the right thing. Do the right thing. We need this. It's so harsh if this gets snatched away, but it would be so Liverpool, wouldn't it? It would be the most Liverpool thing if that gets taken away. It's definitely not handball, Paul. It's not handball. It's disgusting if this gets ruled out. He's going to go and have a look at it. Oh, I hope he sticks with his original decision here. Go and stick with your original decision. I can't believe they're actually going to go and send him to have a look at this. It's not handball. That isn't handball. That isn't handball. That is not handball. Gary the Geezer, is it on TNT? No, mate, it's not. It's on Amazon Prime. You can't see. You can't look at that. It comes off Van Dijk's head. It comes off Van Dijk's head. You can't give that off. You can't give that handball. You can't give that handball. It comes off Van Dijk's head. It's Van Dijk's head. It's off Van Dijk's head. You can't give that as an handball. No, you can't give that as an handball. You can't. You can't, ref. That's shocking. You please don't give that as an handball. Please don't give that as an handball. Give the goal. Come on, do the right thing. Oh, you absolute rat. You absolute rat. I've never seen such... Liverpool again getting absolutely... Look at the state. Yeah, Van Dijk clapping. Yeah, well done, ref. Absolutely ridiculous decision. That is never, ever, ever in a million years handball. Just fucking... Honestly, we are getting stitched up by the officials yet again. Absolutely stitched up. Oh. Comedy Long Pants Gamer says, fucking hell, that wasn't an handball, honestly. It can't be. It can't be handball. Van Dijk heads it. Van Dijk heads it. Brendan says, what happened to clear and obvious? What happened to clear and obvious? Exactly. What happened to clear and obvious? What happened to the spirit of the game? The spirit of the game. Chiram. It's going to be a corner to Inter. Yeah, literally, the spirit of the game there is you want to give that goal. That goal has to be given. FPL says, I'm going to be honest, it is handball, it's harsh, but it's the use of an arm that allows Liverpool to score from it. Nah, hang on a minute. Listen, what did we see this weekend? Literally this weekend just gone. Brighton, right? Brighton against West Ham this weekend. The ball came at the player. It hit his thigh. And bounced up and hit him here, right? He controlled it with his arm and he stuck it in the bottom corner. The ref gave the goal, right? That was far worse than this one. I don't understand how that Ekatiki's not even looking at the ball. Van Dijk heads it. It glances off his arm. It glazes off his arm. You're never going to get that given as an handball outside. Ever. It's so poor to give that as an handball. So poor. Oh, here we go. Free kick to Inter. What's this? Christ, I was hoping that was only a yellow card then. Jesus Christ. I thought he was reaching top pocket here. Timbo says, we've seen many handballs given for that. It feels wrong, but it's been this way for years in the Champions League. That just feels unbelievably excessive for me. Ekatike, booked. Look at that. How's that a yellow card for Ekatike? He's literally gone to clear the ball and the player's got to it. That's not a yellow card. Do you know what? I'm surprised they didn't give that as a handball on Van Dijk. I'm really surprised that wasn't handball on Van Dijk. Based off the shite we've just seen, if they'd have give that, can you imagine if they'd have give that one on Van Dijk then? Because it hits his hand, doesn't it? It hits his hand in the penalty area. Pure Weight says, are Premier League rules interpretation exactly the same as in the Champions League? Well, you would imagine so. The rules of the game should be pretty much unanimous across the board, shouldn't they? Universal. Joe says it's not as bad as the Tino handball. Off. Oh, it's over the bar, isn't it? Over the bar from Barella. Timbo, remember the PSG handball versus United when Rashford scored that pen? How many years ago was that? It's been this way for ages. It's shocking. Absolutely stupid rule. Game's gone, as Ben Hughes has just said there. It is. The game is absolutely gone. If you're giving that, I'm sorry, that is laughable. That has to be a goal to Liverpool. And by the same token, if you're giving that one, why are you not giving a handball on Van Dijk at the other end of the pitch? Is it just if the ball touches your arm? Nothing to do with intent, nothing to do with distance from the shot or anything like that. Nothing to do with that. It's just if it touches your arm. Is that the rule now? Scott says Liverpool look a little bit better today against a quality opponent. I think we've done well. I think we've done really well so far. 40 minutes into the game, Liverpool have been the better side. We've had a goal disallowed which shouldn't have been disallowed. But again, people will use this as a stick to beat Arne Slot with. For me, we have looked a lot better. We have looked much better defensively. And again, people don't want to give that credit to Liverpool. Every time we talk about Liverpool recently, everyone said, oh yeah, we're too easy to play through. We've conceded, 7 goals at home against PSV and Nottingham Forest. Absolutely shocking. And then you go, well, yeah, but we've tightened that up a bit now. And they go, well, yeah, we've tightened it up, but we still can't score at the other end, can we? We're still not creating anything. Well, yeah, it might take you have to sort one out before the other. Comedy Long Pants Gamer, if Inter wins this year, it will be brutal. And Technical Husband says 5 goals today. Is that possible or not? No, I don't think there'll be 5 goals in this one, mate. I'll be very surprised if there's more than 2. I think 1-1 is a plausible one. I think maybe 1-0. 1-0 either side, or maybe 1-1 at a push. Here's Thuram. Good head of that. And all the way back to Alisson. Is he keeping it in? Well done. Well done, Ali. Oh, he's give the corner. Shocking. FPL says Gayson Meanwood 2-1 to Marseille against USG. I've got them tonight. Yeah, I've got Mason Green. Well, I've not got Mason Greenwood. I've got Marseille to win away at Union SG. I've got Chelsea away at Atalanta. I need Barca. I really need Barca. Tottenham are 1-0 up. What's going on in the Championship? Blackburn against Oxford. What's going on? Charlton's winning against Borough. Preston 0-0 Coventry. Preston had a man sent off. Alisson cleared them away there. Well done. Sheffield United 0, Norwich 0. Southampton 3-0 up against West Brom. I tell you what, Southampton are absolutely flying under Tonda Ecker, their new manager. He's only 32, isn't he? Absolutely precocious young manager. Swansea 0, Portsmouth 0, Watford 0, Sheffield Wednesday 1-0 up at Vicarage Road. And QPR 1, Birmingham 0 as well. Interesting. Okay. Well, yeah, we'll keep an eye on them. I'll let you know if there's any other goals. Mohammed says Hugo is in the air and his arms were in a natural position. Nothing you could do about that. Is he supposed to jump without moving his arms? Doesn't make sense to me. Pure weight or pure wallite says Liverpool linked with a defender from Turkey today. A defender from Turkey. Who's the defender from Turkey? Do you know? Timbo says, I completely agree it's a stupid rule, but given the fact that it is the rule, it's probably the right call. Elements of common sense coming into the chat. Shell says, 108 watching, 26 likes. Hit the likes, please. Thank you very much, Shell. Yeah, please do hit the likes. Give us a sub if you're new around here. I am live every single day. We're live tomorrow for Newcastle against Bayer Leverkusen. Big game in the Champions League tomorrow. Ben says, I reckon Sheffield United and Southampton will both finish in the playoffs after such awful starts. Southampton, I think, yeah, they should be fine. Southampton under Tom de Reckert are doing really well. Corner to Inter. This is a big moment in the half. We can't be conceding here right on half time. It would be an absolute hammer blow if we conceded here right on half time. Can't afford to do it. This is where Liverpool have to guard against complacency, concentration. We have to keep them out going into half time. Keep it 0-0 going in at half time. Or if you can hit on the counter, even better. Here's Isak. Good run from Alexander Isak. That's a foul, ref. Oh my God, ref. How are you not giving that? How? Isak's limping. Isak's limping. I'm telling you, he's coming off at half time, Alexander Isak. He's done. He's going to make it to half time, but he's limping. Ball whipped in. Good claim from Ali. Welsh Wing says, wait, what happened? Liverpool scored. I went to make food, came back and it's 0-0. Disallowed, I'm guessing. Yep, disallowed. Virgil van Dijk heading it onto Ekatiki's arm. It's a ridiculous decision. It should never ever have been a handball. I don't think anyone in the chat thought it was, to be honest. Alexander Isak's down here. Timbo, Liverpool v Chelsea will be the Champions League final. You heard it here first. And Pure Wallite, Wilfred Songo is the defender key. It's Swifty on my YouTube account. My Indian mate set this up for me years ago. All right, nice. Good to see you anyway, Swifty. How's things, man? Still suspended on TikTok, sadly. Welsh Wing, did it go in off his arm? No. So Van Dijk headed it and it literally like grazed off Ekatiki's arm and then Kanate headed it in. But it like Ekatiki, honestly, from where Van Dijk's head was, Ekatiki's arm was like here, so it went like that. Like literally just bounced off his arm. 7 added minutes at the end of the first half here. FPL says, oh my, did you see Tarkovsky laying one on a Forest player? Should have been red for violent conduct. I haven't seen that yet, no. Good play by Curtis Jones. Curtis has had a good first half, I think. He's done all right. I mean, to be honest, Liverpool as a whole, I think everyone's done all right. I can't even complain about Alexis McAllister in this first half. Liverpool have done okay. I'm quite happy with everything in this first half. We've just not managed to put the ball in the back of the net. Or rather, we have, but the referee took it off us for no good reason. Timbo says, Chelsea up to 4th in the table. Love to see it. If Liverpool do us a favour, we go 3rd. If Liverpool do you a favour, what against Brighton? Oh, that's a foul. Oh, my God. Honestly, Joe Gomez getting penalised there. That's shocking, referee. Daniel Ekatiki playing basketball. Daniel, don't wind me up. You don't try and wind me up, because I know you're trying to wind me up now. Bradders says the only attacking options to come on for Isak are Rio, Nione and Wirtz. I think Wirtz could be an option. Yeah, Wirtz could come on. Wouldn't be a terrible idea. Plus, the referee's German, so, you know, get a bit of buy-in from the German in midfield, maybe. Welsh wing as if by law the arm affects the goal, like directly in or assist, accidental or not, it's handball. I know, but that's not the rule in the Premier League, and we saw that at the weekend with Brighton, didn't we? Because it came off his thigh onto his arm. And it, to me, that's just a mad rule. Obviously, it's if it's different in the Premier League to the Champions League, that just makes no sense at all to me. That's something that needs to be cleared up by the IFAB, that you've, for whatever reason, got different rules, interpretations of handball. It's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. FPL says Panks 80 is the app to look for, the Tarky strike. I will keep an eye out for it. Lol Joey, doesn't really matter where you finish in the top 8, to be fair, Timbo. Liverpool came top and had PSG last season. That's a very, very fair point. DeMarco, keep him out, Liverpool. Well done, Verge. Good defending. And Timbo, if Liverpool beat Inter, we go third in the Champions League group. Right, sorry. I thought you meant the Premier League. Brendan says, say what you want, but Salah would 100% have more involvement in this game than Isak. It's a different position though, mate. It's a completely... If Salah's playing, then it's a different game. Because if Salah's playing, we only have 3 in the middle, not 4. Do you know what I mean? Look at how narrow Liverpool's midfield is, because we've got 2 centre-forwards pressing. If Salah's playing, we don't have 2 centre-forwards pressing, which means Inter's build-up is completely different. Which means maybe they get extra opportunities in the middle of the park. I don't know, because we'd have 1 less man. I feel like 4-4-2 is exactly the situation, the system that Arne Slot wants us to play. And I think maybe we don't have the players to play it just yet, but I think that's where he wants us to be. Ali, good play. Verge, good lad. This is better from Liverpool. Good play. Long up the pitch. That's wonderful play. Well done. Really good play, Alexis McAllister. One der less. One der less. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, mate, but good to see you. Hope you're well. Good to see you too. Bradders, first game since Madrid where there's been nothing bad to say about Alexis McAllister. Again, very true. Yeah, Alexis McAllister has had 1 good game in the whole season. Oh, Robbo, you were in then. Timbo signing Verts, Isak and Ekatiki was already the end for Salah when you think about it, because those 4 can't play in the same team. I mean, we have to start thinking about succession planning. You can't have a player who's 33 who's responsible for like 80% of your output as a team. It's silly, isn't it? Like, any football club in the world, if you've got a 33-year-old who is responsible for such a big part of the team, if you're a manager... or the club, the owner, whatever, the absolute first thing you're doing is going, we need to try and get a handle on this, because if for whatever reason Salah gets a big injury and the team mid-season is accustomed to getting 80% of our goals through him, we're knackered. We're absolutely knackered. We need to try and succession plan, and the smart thing to do would be to go and get a few 21, 22-year-olds who are the best in their position, best young players. Chance. Oh, big save from Ali. First big chance for Inter. And it's come 90 seconds before the end of the first half. That is a huge moment in the game, because if Inter Milan score there, the whole game changes. Liverpool would have been really in trouble there, and it would have changed the whole perception of the night, of Arne Slot, of everything. Because we've played quite well so far. But you can't really even say it was anyone let their man run or anything. It was a good ball in. It was a good run across the front post. And Thuram with the header, Alisson with a big save. Last 60 seconds, Liverpool have got to try and make it to half-time here. We're riding a bit of a storm. We've got to try and make it to half-time. Can't go a goal down here. Ball played into the middle. Good play. That's a foul, ref. That's a foul, ref. That's a foul, ref. Thank you. We'll take that. Pure Wallite says Salah is done at Liverpool, surely, and will probably go in January. Either he goes or Slot does. No, Salah definitely leaves before Arne Slot. Salah 100% leaves before Arne Slot. There's no doubt about that. Oh, it was Martinez, not Thuram. I thought it was Thuram for some reason. You can see how I got confused. They look alike, don't they? Thuram and Martinez. Timbo says, I agree, Key, but don't give Salah the deal then. Don't go halfway and end up with what you have now. I think the deal was the smart thing to do, even with that in mind, because you want to keep him, don't you? You want to keep one of the best players in the world. So if you can give him the deal and protect his value, it gives you the opportunity to sell him in 12 months' time. And I think the club have now started to think about that, and they've gone, right, well, let's get ahead of this. Let's try and line some buyers up for the next 3 to 6 months, see if we can get some interest and try and, move him out. I think that's where we are. I think the club gave him the money on the understanding that we might want to shift him out. We might want to move Salah on because he isn't doing what he was doing last year. That's just the grim reality of it. Right, it's half time at the San Siro. Liverpool 0, Inter Milan 0, Liverpool 0. Not really any huge chances for us to talk about in the first half. Liverpool have had a couple of pot shots from distance. Inter Milan had one relatively good chance towards the end of the first half and a big save from Alisson to keep that out. But the big talking point is Liverpool scored what, in my opinion, was a perfectly good goal. A perfectly good goal. And it gets ruled out for handball. I don't think you can give that for a handball. I wouldn't want that given for handball, even if it was scored against Liverpool. I honestly wouldn't. I don't think you can give that handball. I think that's totally against the spirit of the game. Reece says Oxlade-Chamberlain back training with Arsenal. Our centre midfield king is back. And Pure Wallite says Liverpool will surely get a fee from Saudi. Mate, there's no way, absolutely no way that he goes to Saudi. Mo Salah thinks he's the best player in the world. He genuinely thinks he's the best player in the world. And I don't necessarily disagree with him. I think he is probably top 3, top 5. I think he probably is still, even now, even with the bad form we're seeing, he's still one of the best players in the world. And he's not going to go to Saudi. That's retirement home era. That's not now. Salah isn't in his Inter Miami phase, his Al Nassr phase. He isn't in that yet. Salah still thinks he's got chances of winning Champions Leagues and Premier Leagues. He wants to win a couple more of them before he goes to Saudi. He knows he can go and command a big wage in Saudi in 2-3 years' time. He doesn't need to go yet. He's still feeling on top of the world. He's still feeling physically fit. He was breaking records 3, 4, 5 months ago. The guy is not in any way ready to go to Saudi, and I don't think for 1 second he will. Sheffield United have gone 1-0 up against Norwich at Bramhall Lane. Preston 0, Coventry 1. 10 men Preston going behind at Deepdale. Ronnie says, when it comes to Europe, the handball rule is so odd. And Key, I forgot to tell you it's my birthday today. Oh, many happy returns, Ronnie. Many happy returns. Happy 25th, mate. Good lad. Timbo, I suppose it depends on how much you can get for Salah to make it worth it. Wonder if Salah got a big signing on fee with his new deal too. There's talk, all of the talk seems to be that Mo Salah will be asking or trying to negotiate a mutual termination in January. If it gets that bad. If it's that bad that it's, totally irretrievable. Liverpool are backing the manager, and as they should, by the way. Arne Slot should be going nowhere. They should absolutely back their manager. That is a core principle of Liverpool Football Club. We don't sack our manager. Definitely not over the player. Not like that, not willy-nilly. The manager is always the most important person at Liverpool Football Club. So, Mo Salah, if he is going to go in January, if those bridges can't be repaired and he goes in January, apparently it's going to be a mutual termination of his contract, which means he's got to pay Liverpool a big fee out of his own pocket and back himself to go and get a big deal elsewhere. And like I said, I'll say it again. I said it earlier. I absolutely promise you, there's no doubt in my mind about this. If Mo Salah and Liverpool agree to terminate his contract mutually in January or in the summer, whatever, if it happens, maybe these relationships can't be repaired. If for whatever reason he does terminate his contract, I am guaranteeing you now, he ends up with Pep Guardiola at Manchester City. He will play for Manchester City against Liverpool in the Premier League, and it'll be a big two fingers up to Liverpool, to Arne Slot, to the Liverpool board, and then maybe we'll see how much he loves Liverpool and how much he cares about the club. It'll be absolute nonsense. Mo Salah cares about Mo Salah. He cares about Mo Salah. First, second and third. Timbo, we've done that one. Sorry, Goliath, the 4th best defender in the world, got robbed. And A49926, how is that not a handball? It isn't a handball. Of course it's not a handball. Razine, what a terrible, terrible first half we've had at Barcelona. We're supposed to go for a revenge. We've barely created clear-cut chances. Pure Wallite says, I'm not convinced anyone else in Europe would pay his wages now. I think for 2 years, I think if Mo Salah could go and get a half-decent contract somewhere else for a year or two. And I think Man City would probably be one of his best chances, to be honest. Unless there is an impending, 115 news coming. I think he could maybe go to City. Hey, he might even go to Chelsea. Maybe there's unfinished business at Chelsea. But he stays in the Premier League. Put it that way. He stays in the Premier League. Bradders, UEFA, FIFA, the FA and other leagues equivalent of the FA should come together and make one conclusive set of rules so there's no more confusion. Getting Salah to Accrington Stanley in January. Oh, we love to see it. Timbo, Salah at City would be the biggest heel turn ever. I kind of want that to happen for the rage that would ensue. I'm telling you, I'm calling it. You watch now. If Salah, I don't think Liverpool will terminate his contract unless he is prepared to kind of put his money where his mouth is. In which case, Liverpool won't be bothered, will they? Liverpool will go, all right, fine, but we want 100 million to sell you to Saudi. If you can give us 80 million, fine. Give us 80 million, all in one upfront payment, you can go. You can leg it. And if Salah backs himself to go and get the equivalent of 80 million quid plus, a big wage somewhere else, which he might be able to, I'm telling you, I think he ends up in the the Premier League still, with Chelsea or with City. He might, maybe even United. United could put some money towards him. Paul says, I don't think he'll go to City. I honestly think he'll go to the Middle East to line his retirement fund. He doesn't need... We know that Salah's not interested in money. I mean, I know that's a ridiculous thing. 400k is the most expensive, but I don't think he is. I think he wants prestige. He wants honour. He still thinks he's the best player in the world, and he still thinks he can win Champions Leagues and Premier Leagues. He isn't going to Saudi. Get that notion out of your head. I promise you, there is no way in hell. There'll be plenty of interest from Saudi, plenty of interest from the MLS as well. There will be no chance in hell Mo Salah goes to Saudi or the MLS inside the next 12 to 18 months. Doesn't happen. Ben, I'd be praying for an ACL every game he plays. Not far enough. And Pure Wallite says, Cherky's just starting to look very good for City on the right. They'd be mad to sign Salah. Well, we know that Pep Guardiola has actually had some issues with Ryan Cherky in the last couple of weeks. He's talked about it openly, hasn't he? He's not necessarily happy with, seems like, his work rate. He's not content with his work rate. He's dropped him to the bench a few times. And I don't know. I feel like Pep Guardiola and Mo Salah, they would see that as an opportunity. Not only an opportunity in terms of, Salah's global brand appeal. They'd get massive money from Salah in shirt sales, wouldn't they? City would make huge money in shirt sales on Salah, but also it would be like a big, it's kind of big feather in the cap, isn't it, to take Liverpool's best player off him? That's a big feather in the cap. Van Persie going to United. We've seen it before. When you take a big player from one of your direct rivals, it's like a, I don't know, it hurts, doesn't it? And I think City would see that as a little bit of a dig. They'd land a dig on Liverpool. Ronnie says, thank you for the lovely messages, guys. Yeah, again, many happy returns, Ronnie. Good to see you, man. And Timbo says, Chelsea have everyone below 200k a week and only sign children. I'd be amazed if we signed Salah. I know, but they also do some daft stuff, Chelsea, don't they? It wouldn't be surprising. Maybe they'd be looking at it and going, well, actually, do you know what we could do with an old head? We could do with some, bit of experience coming in. What the hell has Sturridge got in his ear? Is that a cross or is it a little man? It looks like a little Sabutio man, is it, in his ear? I'm not sure. Goliath says, yeah, I agree. I still haven't forgiven Van Persie. Yeah, no, and it does. That would last for such a long time. And I think for that reason, that's why City would want to... It would be like psychologically saying, we take your best player off you. It would be saying to every Premier League fan around the world, we're bigger than Liverpool. Take the best player off him. We've literally took the best player off him. He wanted to come to City. He wanted to come and work with the best manager in the world, Pep Guardiola. And especially if City then went on and won the title with Salah. Can you imagine that? Imagine a world where Mo Salah terminates his contract with Liverpool, goes to Manchester City, and then he wins the title with Manchester City. Can you imagine him? Can you see it right now? Can you picture it? Him holding the Premier League trophy. I've got one. Where is it? Him holding the Premier League trophy. Right? He's holding it aloft. But with the blue ribbons. Not the red ribbons. The blue ribbons. Can you imagine that? Imagine him holding the Premier League trophy at... I nearly said at Main Road then. Not at Main Road. At the Etihad. G-Bomb says, shame to see Liverpool performance like this. What are you on about performance, mate? I think we've been great. I think we've been playing really well. Ben says, it seems like you feel he's going to turn on us. That's what's going to another Premier League side would do. Timbo, if he did that, would Liverpool fans despise him more than Trent? Yes. Trent Alexander-Arnold could still come back to Liverpool. To be honest, I think there's a very good chance that Trent Alexander-Arnold does come back to Liverpool. His move to Real Madrid has been appalling, hasn't it? And he'll come back with his tail between his legs. Although it wouldn't surprise me if City took him as well. They could do with a right back, couldn't they? Pure Wallite says, I remember United doing that with Alexis Sanchez. It was a disaster. Yeah, but United were a disaster then as well, weren't they? I think that's the difference. I think Manchester City right now are not a disaster. They're still a very well-run club. They're still a club that have a chance of winning the Premier League this season. They're still going well in Europe, and I feel like City are still a massive, massive club. They've got maybe the best manager in the world. I absolutely could see Mo Salah going there if he terminates his contract, but something tells me that won't necessarily happen. Brendan says, nah, not going to City. Salah wouldn't do it, and City have gone a different direction with youth. I mean, I don't know, but like I said, they've done it in the past. They've gone and signed Premier League legends. They've signed, your Frank Lampard sort of players went there, and they have signed older players as well who've gone in and carried the team to big important trophy. Gundogan, went and came back. I know he was a City legend, but I feel like older players. Pep Guardiola is not averse, and Mo Salah is. He's an exception, isn't he? I think you break your strategy for Mo Salah a little bit, and that's also kind of what Liverpool have done, isn't it? We have a wage structure, but for Mo Salah, you break your wage structure. You just do. Paul says he's not going to City, pal, with Haaland there. Salah wouldn't score many. Oh, can you imagine a front three with Salah and Haaland and Foden? Oh my God. Timbo, would Salah not have the same problem Ronaldo had? People want their forwards to press and he doesn't. Well, I'm not sure I agree with that. I think he does press. He just doesn't really track back. And that's fine, because you don't necessarily want Mo Salah at the other end of the pitch tracking back and doing the defensive dog work. I mean, you'd expect every player to do a bit of that, but you would rather Mo Salah to be affecting the game in the ways we know he can, positively in the final third. I think he does press. He'll press from the front. He's a hard-working player in an attacking sense, but defensively, if he's feeling frustrated, he is likely to throw his arms up and maybe not track back. And I don't know how Pep Guardiola would feel about that, but I would assume he would think of Salah as a player he could get something from. Yeah. But again, listen, we're talking. I mean, ultimately, if they don't terminate his contract, Liverpool wouldn't sell him to Manchester City, and I'm not sure Manchester City would pay the money Liverpool would ask to get him anyway. Tottenham are now 2-0 up against Slavia Prague. Kudus with a penalty. Coventry's goal's been ruled out at Deepdale as well. And Southampton 3, West Brom 1. Carlin Grant with a goal at Southampton. Paul says, new market, Mbappe, Messi was at PSG, didn't work for them in Europe till all three was gone. Yeah, that's very true. Again, I'm not necessarily saying that it's the right approach, just that I think that there would be an awful lot of... If Mo Salah comes onto the market, I think every top team in Europe is interested. Barcelona would certainly take a look, but they've got Lamine Yamal on that side. Real Madrid would be one of the ones I think would be most interested. But I just feel like, I don't know. Something tells me I think Man City and, yeah, Arsenal wouldn't. Arsenal have got Saka and Madueke on that side and Wanyeri, and they're kind of overstocked at right wing. Chelsea probably for the same reason. I don't think they would, maybe at a push. But Manchester City just screamed to me. I thought, Man City, he'll do that. He'll go there. He'd go there. Uh, 92 FC, how do you think Newcastle will do tomorrow? I mean, they weren't great against Marseille. So, and Bayer Leverkusen played really well against Man City. They won at Manchester City last time out, didn't they? But also, Leverkusen aren't going so well in the Bundesliga. They're 14 points off the top behind runaway leaders Bayern Munich. So, I think they might struggle, Newcastle. But Bayer Leverkusen's a tough side, and whether or not they win or draw, I don't know. But I don't think Newcastle win. I'll say that. I'll commit to that. I think it'll be Leverkusen or draw. Maybe Newcastle put a spirited performance in. Who knows? Right, we're off for the second half here at the San Siro. Liverpool need a big second half performance. Timbo says, how damaging do you think it would be if Liverpool backed Salah and sacked Slot? Oh, we would never recover from it. We would never recover from it. Not in my lifetime. I genuinely think it would have long-lasting repercussions. That is how bad it would be. And I know people might think, oh, that's extreme. No, I'm telling you, it would have far-reaching consequences across almost everything that we do, because it would set a precedent. PSV 1, Atletico Madrid 2. It would set a precedent, I think, that we allow our players to do this stuff. That players, if they're big enough and they're important enough, they can dictate manager strategy. They can dictate what team the manager picks. And once that's been done once, it's very, very difficult to recover from. Paul says Neymar, bloody predict. And Life of Justin says he'll go Saudi. Quite a few seem to think that. I really don't. I really don't think he'll go to Saudi. I think he's too ambitious. He doesn't see an opportunity at Saudi, I don't think. Isak did very well, impressed there, and he shot quite comfortably wide in the end. Paul says, I'm laid here in my Milan top tonight. It's okay, though, it's AC Milan. And Carly Highland. Hey, Key, what are your thoughts on Mark Goldbridge? Like him a lot now. I think he's quite sincere now. He comes across as quite authentic because he's got a wonderful channel that he's built up over many, many years. But Mark Goldbridge has admitted many, many times that he's had to play the game. He's had to be a little bit clickbaity and rage baity to try and get clicks and views, and that's fine. I guess you have to have an element of that in what he does. But I like him a lot more now than I did before, because I don't think he cares so much now in terms of, like, he's doing F1 watch-alongs on a football channel on YouTube because he just wants to watch the F1. And isn't that the holy grail? That is literally like he's living the dream. He is the gold standard in this space. So for me, I quite admire him. For a number of reasons, I quite admire him. Pure Wallite says, I felt for a while that Salah is on the slide and I don't see clubs lining up to finance his last contract. Brendan, maybe Newcastle will splash the cash and get their revenge. And Joe, I've played the game. Yeah, that's it. He's played the game. He knows. Here's Isak. Good play. And 92 FC says, Savage from Spurs channel needs Barcelona to win to get his £100 treble up. Barcelona losing. Barcelona getting beat against Eintracht Frankfurt. What is going on? Norwich. Oh, Samare has scored an own goal for Sheffield United, and Norwich are back level at Bramall Lane. Big goal that for Philippe Clement. New manager at the Canaries. Yeah, Tottenham 2-0 up, Kudus penalty. Liverpool controlling the early stages here in the second half. And Reece says, we'll be, Life of Justin, subbed and United fan, don't hate me. Oh, mate, we've got loads of United fans on here. Shay, quite a few United fans who come in all the time and give me stick. And likewise, I give them stick. So, yeah, don't worry about it, mate. Stick around. It's good to see you. Inter with the ball in. Quite easy, that for Van Dijk. Easy peasy. Timbo, Reece James is putting on another midfield clinic here. Maybe Trent and James will start for England at the World Cup. A midfield clinic. Here's Sobersley. Big chance here for Liverpool if he can get this right. Over to Isak. McAllister's in support. Don't give it to him. Isak, hit it! Hit it! No! Oh, why don't you have a goal there? That's so poor, Liverpool. Got to have a chance at that. Reece says we'll be having you doing Wimbledon watch-alongs when you get to Mark Goldbridge standards key. Oh, wait. Only, if only. Life of Justin 9. Watching from Australia. Wow. Whereabouts in Australia, if you don't mind me asking? Christ, you're dedicated. You are dedicated. What's the time in Australia now? Got to be early in the morning somewhere, depending on where you are, I guess. Timbo says, Key, put some respect on Reece James's name, mate. I can't do it. Can't do it. Carly says, I'm a United fan and I absolutely love you. Oh, that's very kind of you to say. I don't think I've got any super fans, but maybe in time, who knows. Timbo, we've done that one, sorry. Joe says, go on, Key, lad, proud of you criticising Isak. Good man. You absolute wrong'un. Namit says, watching from India, mate. Whereabouts in India? Reece, 141 people in the live stream tonight, Key. It's looking good. Well, we've peaked. We peaked at 400. 400 and something, I think, was our record. Oh, no, 541 is the record for this channel. Life of Justin says, closest capital city is Melbourne. Okay, so yeah, so about 8 o'clock in the morning, thereabouts. Value D says, watching from Bali, 5 a.m. Bali. Blimey. Beautiful place, though. Even if you're watching at 5 a.m, that's dedication. I love it. Are you a Liverpool fan? Timbo says, we've just conceded. Yeah, Chelsea have conceded against Atalanta. Scamacca, ex-West Ham striker, Gianluca Scamacca. He scored against Liverpool at Anfield a couple of seasons ago, didn't he? A Champong lost his man. And 92FC says, when I was a kid, I used to watch Liverpool videos I got from Woolworths. They didn't have Newcastle ones. Woolworths. Whatever happened to Woolies? Loved Woolworths. Used to get a good pick and mix in Woolworths when I was a kid. Now, mate says, I live in Mumbai. 2:45 a.m. here. Again, that's real dedication. Offside there for Inter Milan. And Reece says, guarantee if you watch the Joshua versus Jake Paul fight, you'll beat the 500 people. I'm not staying up to watch that trash. The Scrum Down Live. Evening, Key. Watching from Timperley. Frank Side Bottom, another classic. Carly, I don't know if you remember me or not, but I'm Zenden. This is my other account. Oh, I do. Of course I remember you. How's it going, man? Good to see you. Timbo says, I'm watching from Key's garden. Is that you at the bottom of the garden? I was thinking who that was. Barcelona have scored again. Barcelona 2, Frankfurt 1. And Watford's goal against Sheffield Wednesday has been ruled out as well. Coventry have scored finally against Preston. Oh, I really need a Liverpool goal here. Sobersley. What the fucking hell is that? What the hell was that? McAllister again. Get him off the pitch. Honestly. Anyone but Alexis McAllister. I know we've not got a lot of opportunity. Like, we've not got other options, but get Alexis McAllister off the pitch. He's so bad. Can't tell you how bad he is. Reece, what a shot. Woolworths was legendary. And Chimey, how's it going, Chimey? There you go, another Man United fan in the chat, Chimey. Scottish GHK, hi Key, sorry I'm late. A bit windy up here in Edinburgh. And look at this, we're global. I can't believe it. Premier League dad's gone global. Bali, bloody Edinburgh, Keys back garden. everywhere. Genga, I'm watching from Manchester and this match is boring me to death. Hey, we've already got someone in from Timperley. I don't know what part of Manchester you hail from, Ginga. Shell, yellow card for key language. Oh, Shell, I'm sorry. I didn't realise we had a lady in the chat. So I will tone the language down. I apologise. My mother would not be happy with that at all. She didn't raise her boy to swear like that. Brendan says, what the F was that from McAllister? See how I edited that then, Shell? See? I'm getting there. Reece says Key is genuinely going to start a GoFundMe to pay Macca's contract up so he can leave. I don't know who'd take him. I honestly, I can't tell you how bad he's been this season. He's not actually been too bad today, but then he's just started doing random, stupid passes that, like, nobody's asking him to do. Picking up weird positions in midfield. Like, what is that? What are you doing there? He's playing like as a centre forward. I know you've got number 10 on your back, Macca, but you're not a number 10. You need to get a bit deeper. FPL, just need Birkenhead now, and Scott Darman, Illinois, USA. Illinois. Isn't that home of Wayne's World? Chicago, Illinois. Ben, I know it's very much a defensive option, but Jesus. And Reese says, hang on a second, what we saying? Paul, Liverpool are shit. PSV destroy them in Anfield. You're right, Paul. Yeah, absolutely right. The Scrum Down Live, Brighton would have him back. I don't think they would. If you look at Brighton's midfield, they've actually got a half-decent midfield now. I mean, Balaba's starting. Maybe it's a Brighton thing. Maybe they've just got a bit of a shelf life, these midfielders, because Balaba's started to put McAllister performances in. Timbo, I may be wrong here, but I think this Liverpool team have been exposed as not being as good as we think. Yeah, you are wrong. I'm not even going to read the rest of your comment. You're already wrong, Timbo. When Van Dijk and Salah aren't having all-timer seasons, we see the level of everyone else. I think that's too simplistic an answer, honestly. I do. I think it's far too simplistic. In the same way, though, that I think Liverpool fans blaming the manager is also a really simplistic answer. People are looking for simplistic things. I just don't think it is. I think it's layered. I think we're talking multiple reasons why Liverpool aren't where they should be. Joe wouldn't even get into Gateshead's team and we've been shite. 92FC says, why do you think Slot keeps McAllister in the side? I think because at some point, like, logic dictates. Logic tells you that at some point he will have to not be this shit. Like, he's a World Cup winner. He was one of our best players last season. At some point, we have to accept, like, of course he'll turn it round. It's Alexis McAllister. He was one of the top 3 midfielders in the world last season. How is he this bad? Like, he can't. Maybe he'll just play through it. Maybe that's what he's thinking, Slot. We'll just keep giving him an opportunity because at some point he'll play through it. But he isn't. He isn't. And we haven't really got many other opportunities, or many other options, rather, in midfield. Like, we could play Curtis, Gravenberch, Szoboszlai in there. But Curtis is playing tonight with McAllister and Gravenberch and Szoboszlai. So we haven't really got anyone else. Endo is not that kind of midfield, and his legs are looking like they're going as well. So, hey, Kenneth Chikezi, watching from Nigeria, Liverpool all the way. Whereabouts in Nigeria are you from, mate? That's brilliant. Scott, Chicago, I'm 3 hours west on the Mississippi River. Oh, I love that. I love that. I always want to go to Chicago. Great ball in here. Isaac pulled over to the left-hand side. Good ball in. Oh, unlucky. Oh, Ekatike, he was so close. Oh, it wasn't. It was Macca. McAllister. Can you imagine if he'd have scored then as well after what I've been saying about him all night? Oh, Alexis McAllister getting in the danger area there. He didn't get a touch on it in the end, but... Ben says, I'm sorry, I know you'll moan at me, Key, but we're so poor. We're dreadful and never good on the ball. You'll defend us to the hilt, I know that's your way, but we are hopeless. Mate, we're also away at Inter Milan. Like, accept they're a good side. Why can't you... They were in the Champions League final last year, right? They beat Barcelona. They are second in Serie A, 1 point off the top. They're a good side. No English side has won here in 3 years. Like, We've got a point, and realistically, we could be in front. If the ref gives the right decision, we could be in front. The result is absolutely fine here. I know you might look and say, oh, well, the performance isn't fantastic. It isn't. It isn't fluid, but I feel like it's okay. It's not terrible. It isn't fantastic, but it's all right. And the result is all right. Inter are in. Keep them out. Good block again from Liverpool. Defensively, we've been sharp today. Defensively, much better. Got to keep them sharp. Come on. Keep them out. Gomez. That'll do you. That's all right, Joey. That's all right. He's put it out. Scottish GHK, you just need a subscriber from the International Space Station to go beyond global. Got to go stratospheric, haven't we, next? That's the big target next. Reece says, potential red card for foul language against number 69, Key Thomas. Why am I 69? Joe says, I don't really want to know the answer, to be fair, but who are you rooting for in the derby? You know the answer, really, don't you, Joe? You know the answer. Pure Warlight says, you haven't got an obvious replacement in midfield, in my view. I'd agree with that, Swifty. Yeah, absolutely agree. And Timbo says, Atalanta are all over us at the minute. Get Palmer on Maresca. Cole Palmer to the rescue for Chelsea. Scrum Down Live. What are you saying, James? Speaking of alternative sports, watch-alongs, you should do John Cena's last match this Saturday. You know that's not my bag, James. You know I don't do that. That's not my thing. Ginga says a 0-0 draw away at the San Siro isn't a bad result for Liverpool considering how they've been playing. It's not, is it? Oh, they're in here though, Inter. Oh, good defending. Well played, Curtis Jones. Oh, no, we give it away again. We can't keep hold of it. Can't keep hold of it in the last few minutes. Inter, give it away again. What are you doing, Liverpool? That's a foul. Thank God for that. Brendan, I think McAllister caught Slot giving one of the other coaches a happy ending. And Paul says, I so admire Brighton. Best run club in the last 20 or so years. They've gone from ground sharing with Gillingham to a new stadium and a conveyor belt of multi-million-pound sales every year. I love that. Yeah, I agree. And again, I keep mentioning it every single time. I'm trying to get some freebies from Brighton. But they are one of my long-term clients in my past life before I started YouTube. Brighton are one of my long-term clients. So I've got a lot of friends at Brighton Football Club. Never met Tony Bloom, but I've got a lot of friends there. Scott says, Inter are good, very hard to break down. And Ben says, it's one of those, you're glass half full and I'm glass half empty. Mate, I'm glass half full and you're dregs. you're like that. That's you. That is you. That is literally the living embodiment of Ben Twist as a Liverpool fan right there. Let me drink a bit more. That's about you. Carly says, what's your opinion on Mason Greenwood? Wholly as a player. Wholly as a player, he's very good, isn't he? If he was only as good as a player, as good as a person as he was a player, I think he'd still be in the Premier League and he'd be playing for, probably still for Man United, maybe for England, maybe for one of the top sides. I don't know, but he's a fantastic player, isn't he? And it's irrespective of what happened, it's a real shame, isn't it? Whenever you see a player with that much talent, he's never ever gonna fulfill his potential for obvious reasons. He's never ever gonna fulfill it. And you know, and that's some people. I mean, to be honest, some people would say that's not even justice. That's not justice, is it? Because justice would have been what didn't happen. But you know, it's very very sad. But anyway, yeah, as a player, he's obviously very very talented, and there's quite a few United fans. I mean, I'm not going to say all United fans, of course, but there's quite a few United fans who called for the club to call him back or to try and get him back in. Shay says, Inter have been dreadful. I wonder why they actually sacked Inzaghi last season. Oh, Sobersley, chance. I feel like that's Liverpool's best chance, honestly, is to just have a few pops from distance. We're creating chances, but most of them are from set pieces and just outside the area. Inter are defending quite deep, and we're not getting too many clear opportunities. Here's Joe Gomez with a throw-in. Ben, I pray for the neutrals watching this game. Stay strong, people. Neutrals, like me and you. Joe Gomez here. Union SG 2, Marseille 3. Swansea 1, Portsmouth 0. In to clear it away here. Go on, Joey. Go on. Well done, Ibu. That's great defending from Ibu. That's brilliant play. Ooh, should have done better there, McAllister. What a surprise. Alexis McAllister winning an important 50-50 challenge. Inter on the counter. Ball stood up. Headed away. Oh, McAllister loses another important 50-50. Strike. Wide. McAllister, get him off the pitch. Get him off the pitch right now. Oh, he's getting megged. He's getting absolutely humiliated. Twice in 30 seconds, he's lost massive 50-50s. Get him off the pitch. Talk about players disrespecting, their teammates. Mo Salah. Mo Salah's definitely disrespected his teammates. Alexis McAllister has disrespected the badge. Just by being on that pitch so often. He has lowered the standards at Liverpool Football Club this season. So poor. Kanate puts it behind for the corner. Safe defending, that's fine. Timbo says, has anyone ever seen Lautaro Martinez have a good game? He scores 20 to 30 a year, but no one ever sees him. They're all in Serie A, aren't they? He doesn't ever seem to do it in the Champions League. Shay says, have you been the San Siro, Key? It's a stadium I'd love to go for a game. Well, you're going to have to go quite soon, aren't you? They're knocking it down. I haven't ever been. No, I've been past it, but I've never been in it and watched a game there. No. Been to a couple of games, a couple of stadiums in Italy. Most notably this Stadio Olimpico of Lazio and Roma, but I've never been to the San Siro. I've heard good things though. Carly says, Wallahi, McAllister's a terrorist in disguise. And Pure Wallahi says, Greenwood did marry the girl in question and they have children. Perhaps it wasn't as clear cut as the video suggested. We had Lee Hughes, who was given a second chance. Lee Hughes, the poor Plymouth goalkeeper as well. I forget his name. McCormick. Listen. I'm not denying. There's a few. There's a few who've had horrendous. I mean, everyone talked about Ched Evans, didn't they? Ched Evans got horrendous criticism for the trial and everything, and then he got exonerated off the back of that. But for a while, I mean, his career was in tatters, and he ended up getting his name cleared, didn't he? I'm sure, Ched Evans. But like I said, I think ultimately what's happened has happened, and you're never going to change that with Mason Greenwood. And all I will say is I can't really agree with, or I can't really disagree with the decision Man United made. I think they did have to move him on. Irrespective of what you think about what happened, I just feel like they had to move him on. Right, couple of changes for Liverpool. Connor Bradley and Florian Wirtz coming on. And Ginga says, surely there needs to be some communication in the defence there. No pressure, and Kanate gives away a cheap corner. Joe Gomez coming off. He's pointed. Was he saying me? Me? Surely it's Joe Gomez for Connor Bradley here. What's going on? It is. Oh no, it's Isak. Isak off for Wirtz. That makes sense. And Gomez is also going off. So yeah, Bradley and Wirtz coming on. This is a straight change really for Liverpool. Wirtz maybe playing a little bit deeper in the pockets. Ekatike now more as a sole centre forward. Timbo says, what we saying? Sorry, Ched Evans is actually ashamed because he was innocent. And Reece says, I've never seen someone have such an agenda against a player like Key has against Maka. It's so entertaining. Adrian says, Luke McCormack, Plymouth Argyle keep at the time. That was the one, yeah. There's a few. It's not just Lee Hughes, McCormack. There's been plenty of players over the years who've caught themselves. I mean, look, to be honest, it depends how far down you want to go. Look at Wesley Fofana. Wesley Fofana at Chelsea. Ekatike! Oh, hit it! Oh! Grav, got to do better there. Yeah, Wesley Fofana at Chelsea, the guy has been, caught speeding, drunk driving, whatever, and then he's got his licence back, and he's just done it again, and he's points and just done it again, and then he ran over Robbie from EastEnders. Do you remember him? Dean Gaffney, the actor from EastEnders. He ran him over, nearly killed him. And then he got caught again speeding the other week, just strolls out of court, not arsed. These are knobheads. Sorry, I know I probably will get a second yellow for that, but these are absolute knobheads. They shouldn't be in a football club representing, and being looked up to by kids and stuff like that. These are absolute knobs. And for what it's worth, to be fair, I don't feel like you can have... Oh, what's going on here? McAllister. Oh, do you know what? He gets the ball there. It's a free kick to Liverpool. Pure White, Adam Johnson, yeah, he went to, didn't he? Adrian says, Jack Diamond, former Sunderland, who sacked him with Stockport. Now he had a rough time with his ex-girlfriend, seen him with Piers Morgan show once. And Brendan says, gutless substitutions from Slot there, to be honest. Why is that gutless? We haven't got anyone else. How is that gutless? Timbo, I've completely missed all that with Fofana. What rock have I been living under? Have a look. Yeah, have a look. Ginga says James Corden is chief knobhead. I can get on board with that. I can definitely get on board with that. 100% chief knobhead. Here we go. Liverpool free kick. Szoboszlai, far post. Get onto it. Verge. Oh yeah. Verts picks it up and Reese says, ref, have a word. That's surely a second yellow. Szoboszlai plays it back over. This is... Oh, why didn't you take that down? That was stupid, that. Who was that? Robbo. Oh, well done. All the way through to Conor Bradley. He's up against DiMarco here. 20 minutes to go at the San Siro. Szoboszlai. Oh, it's getting a bit desperate here now. Timbo says James Corden maybe, but Gavin and Stacey is top tier. Yeah, I like Gavin and Stacey. It's all right, isn't it? Brendan says take McAllister or Jones off for Verts. No, but Isak's injured. Isak was injured in the first half. I think that's why he's gone off. It's not gutless. This is... Brendan, I like you a lot, mate. I like you a lot, but I feel like that you're very typical of a lot of Liverpool fans I'm speaking to at the minute who... It feels like Slot can't really win. I don't feel like there's anything wrong with them substitutions. Certainly not so much where I'm calling them gutless. You might not necessarily agree with him, but Isak was limping in the first half. I don't think it's necessarily a surprise that Verts comes on for him. I mean, McAllister isn't doing brilliantly well, but we haven't really got anyone else to bring on for him. Timbo says, speaking of Fofana, he's just been kicked in the face and is going off injured. Good. Couldn't have happened to a nicer shithouse. And Reece says, yeah, I've heard James Corden is a huge knobhead, to be honest. I've seen the story of him in the restaurant where he his wife ordered some egg or something like that and he massively kicked off and said, "What do I have to come back there and cook the egg myself or whatever?" And the owner of the restaurant in New York has banned him from ever coming back. The Scrum Down Live says, would you believe this game has made me turn to a strong drink? I've just cracked a Stella. Stella? Crikey. Must be a bad night. Who's gone down here? Mkhitaryan looking at the referee. He's telling him he wants it checked. But there's no way this is getting checked. That's not a red card. It was Curtis Jones. What are you checking there? Shut up. He gets the ball. Nothing wrong with that. Ginga says you have to be a proper knobhead for Sir Patrick Stewart to flip out at you at public. Oh, yeah, have you seen that? Patrick Stewart and James Corden. Honestly, that was so harsh. That is it. That is when he lost the public, innit? You can't be freaking out on Patrick Stewart. Brendan said, is he injured? Jesus, did we not do our homework on the medical side of things before spending 150 million? Well, I mean, he's got back fit, but he did get clattered in the first half. I don't know if you saw. I don't think that's got anything to do with his medical history, to be honest. But even his medical history is overplayed. He still played 40 plus games a season for Newcastle every year. Like, it's massively overplayed how much injury prone Alexander Isak is. He played 40 plus games a season. So he's not an injury prone player. He really isn't. Timbo says, which footballer would you say irrationally annoyed you the most? Andy Robertson for me, absolute shithouse. Andy Robertson, probably for the same reason you hate him, is my all-time favourite Liverpool player after Robbie Fowler, probably. I love him. I love everything about Andy Robertson. Works harder than everyone else. Limited footballer to a degree. Left-footed. Kind of reminds me of myself. That's what I was maybe when I was a bit younger. I was kind of like an Andy Robertson. I had a good left foot. Wand of a left foot. Played left back. I was never the best in the team, but I'd always try and be the hardest working one. There was never going to be anyone who'd outwork me. But I was quite frequently a few shit games. Reece said the most infuriating ex-player is Joey Barton. He thinks he was the same level as Stevie G. He's not even better than Henry Lansbury. And the Scrum Down Live says Patrick Stewart awarded me my degree at the University of Huddersfield. Top bloke. How have you never told me that? That's a lie. That's a lie. James, I've known you so many years, and this is the first time you've ever mentioned that. I would never have believed that. Patrick Stewart gave you your degree. Never. Timbo says Andy Robertson has posters of Key on his wall. Who is Mike? Go on, sorry. The question was, I didn't even answer the question, didn't I? I feel rude as hell. Who is the player who has most irrationally annoyed you? Player that most irrationally annoyed me. I'm trying to think irrational. Irrational's the key word in that, isn't it? Like, I can tell you players who've annoyed me over the years, but like Bernardo Silva has annoyed me because he's such a good player and he's like the Andy Robertson of midfield, isn't he? Kind of a bit snide, leaves one on you. Plus, he didn't clap Liverpool when we won the title. He didn't clap us out. And yeah, Bernardo Silva's my most hated player, but also my most loved. I love him to bits. I'd love Liverpool to have signed him. But irrational hatred, that suggests there is no reason at all why you would actually hate him. You just do. Who do I irrationally hate? That's a very good question. Any answers in the chat? Let me know. Who do you irrationally hate? Who are you not sure of? Who do you hate? Watford have finally equalised against Wednesday and Blackburn. Blackburn. Oh, was that McAllister then? No, it was Wirtz. I'd have thrown this phone at the telly then if that would have been McAllister. Yeah, let me know in the chat who you're thinking. Ben says Barton was a thoroughly decent Prem midfielder. He was just a dick off the field, which takes away from his ability on the pitch. And Joe says, I couldn't stand Roque Messer for Swansea back in the day. In with a little pencil tash. The little John Waters tash. He had such a cool tash, the old Roque Messer. Pure Wallite says Robbie Savage was annoying. He was, but again, would that qualify as irrational? Irrational... I'm putting a lot of emphasis on the word irrational. The Scrum Down Live says, God's honest, he's an ambassador for the uni and not a sci-fi fan, so was lost on me. Fair enough, I'll believe you. Adrian Burder says, Michael Chopra. That wouldn't qualify as irrational because he played for Sunderland, didn't he? And he played for Newcastle, but I'm sure that's why. Carly says, do you not hate Bruno? I have a bit of a begrudging respect for Bruno. I think Bruno's a very good player. I do hate him. But again, he's a United player. And he's dived a lot. And he's a bit of a whinge bag. So that doesn't feel irrational. Do you know who it would be? It would probably be, because it's a player who I haven't really got a reason to dislike. But I think it is Eden Hazard. And Neymar. Actually, no, it is Neymar. It's Eden Hazard and Neymar. They are the two. They are the two that I irrationally dislike. I haven't got a reason to dislike them. They're both good players. I think it's more that I hate the people that love them. That's what it is. And it just pisses me off. Because Eden Hazard is just not... He's just not as good as people think he is. And Neymar as well. Neymar is infuriating. So, yeah. 92FC says Ginola for his looks. And Paul Kelleher, Gavin McCann of Sunderland. Okay. Ben says John Terry. John Terry, there's definitely a reason to hate John Terry. Everyone's got at least one. He sleeps with teammate's wife. somewhat racist, turns up to kits, turns up to trophy lifts in his kit, even though he was in the stands a few minutes ago. Just generally annoying, isn't he, John Terry? Buys NFTs and tries to flog them to kids. Like, does adverts now that are just dead annoying. Whinges that he's not been appointed a manager somewhere. Yeah, just generally a bit of a tip, John Terry, isn't he? Very good player though. Brendan, it's Grealish, is it not? Oh, it could be Jack. Yeah, Jack Grealish could also qualify. Yeah, Jack Grealish would probably... Maybe it's just... Because they're all kind of the same, aren't they? Eden Hazard, Grealish, Neymar. Maybe I just don't like Mavericks. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I've got something about, you know, I don't like these fancy Dans in the white boots. Coming down here and taking our free kicks. I don't know. They're all kind of cut from the same cloth though, aren't they? Neymar, Eden Hazard, Grealish. Sort of tricky, cut inside, flick-flack type of thing. The Scrum Down Live says Neymar is the player who I hate. Very overrated, just a hype merchant. Never performed on the big stage. Scotty Parker says Scottish GHK. And Adrian Bird says Gary Neville. Carly says it has to be CR7. Ooh. Well, we're going into the last 10 minutes here, and honestly, it's kind of fizzling out. It doesn't feel like either side are gonna do enough in this one to get anything. Here is Ekatiki, Soberslai, over to Andy Robertson. Don't hit it, Andy. Don't put it in the box. Just keep hold of it. Stop hoofing it in the box. We need a little spell of possession here, Liverpool. Little spell of possession. Vert into Ekatiki. This is better. No. Calm it down. That's wonderful. Well done, Dominic Soberslai. I like that. Brenda says, who is Eden Hazard? Well, that's how they pronounce it, innit? It's Eden Hazard where I'm from, but everyone's Aiden Hazard. What's that? Gravenberg? You're not going to get a yellow card for that, are you? Shit. Atalanta 2, Chelsea 1. Oh my goodness me. Oh no. Joe Story says, you know that Key Thomas bloke? Probably him. Garnacho. Yeah, Garnacho. I'm sure United fans don't like Garnacho for obvious reasons. Carly, Diego Costa, and 92FC says Lineker, everything. Timbo, hate Eden Hazard. Key, we're not friends anymore. I'm going to have to unsubscribe. I've had a pop at Hazard and John Terry. I'm surprised you're even still here after that. Ross Barkley story. I had a photo shoot with the 2015 squad, like the annual squad photo. I can provide proof. All players walk past saying hi. Some even come into our box. And Barkley pretended to be on the phone. Roscoe. He's like that, Roscoe, isn't he? Slot out. Behave. Get yourself off saying slot out. Nothing. Reece says you're not going to throw Saka in the mix as well, Key. Nah. Bukayo Saka wouldn't qualify as most hated. Timbo, if anything, I think Neymar is underrated. No one gives him the credit he deserves because he's a diver and a knob head. Yeah, and he's conveniently always off for his sister's birthday every year. Have you noticed that? He's always suspended. 3-star Red says, Sir Shitehouse Beckham, total grovelling git, gets his knighthood. And Ben says, wouldn't piss on Diego Costa if he was on fire in front of me, even if I had a bladder full of Guinness. Shea slotting. Oh, here we go. 3 changes for Inter. Sucic, Bonnie, and Carlos Augusto coming on. Seeing changes like this made late, they often give me a bit of confidence, you know, because sometimes when teams make 2, 3, 4 changes in the last 10 minutes, it just disrupts the whole rhythm of the team. I know managers make it to try and go on and win, maybe change things in a positive way, but it can often have the opposite effect, can't it? It can often just kind of, who's picking that guy up because he's gone off now? Who's picking him up? Is it me or you or him? And everyone doesn't really know who's where. So it might just give Liverpool another opportunity. There you go. Total attempts. Liverpool have had 4 on target to Inter's 2. I think we've been the better side tonight. If it does finish 0-0, I am relatively content with this performance. An away draw at Inter is not a bad thing at all. FPL, if we're talking about players, but Bruno, Garnacho, Bernardo, Sterling. But again, that wouldn't qualify as irrational hatred. Not for me anyway. As a Liverpool fan, I never liked Raheem Sterling. But that was because of Liverpool. That was because of the way he left. And yeah, I didn't like the way that he left Liverpool. So, I haven't really got any... I can't say it's irrational. Here's Wirtz. Good play from Florian Wirtz. Over to Szoboszlai. Give it to Connor. Connor Bradley into Wirtz. No, what are you doing? He always won it back. Yeah, hit it. No. Wirtz. Penalty, referee. Oh. No, you're not getting a pen for that. Ay, 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 ay. Ben says Kyle Walker can't stand that prick. And Timbo says, I want to find a romantic partner who loves me as much as Key loves Slot. You're not going to find anyone if you're down the bottom of my garden, mate. Reese says, if I had to save a brick or Jadon Sancho, I'd save the brick. And Brendan, okay performance defensively, but time to abandon this new formation and get Salah back in the team. Salah will start against Brighton, mate. I absolutely promise you. Absolutely promise you Salah will be back in the team. One Durales says, talking about players, what do you think of Cucurella? He does some mad rolling around. He does, doesn't he? Potential penalty check. Are we actually checking it? Oh, go on then. Give it to me. Give it to me. We deserve it for that first half. We deserve it for that in the first half. Go on. Let's have it. Potential penalty check. That's a penalty, that. He's pulling him back, ref. He's pulling him back. That's a penalty. That's a pen. That is a pen. Let's have that. That's a pen. Yes, please, sir. Let's have a penalty for that. We deserve that for that in the first half. We deserve it. We deserve it, ref. Oh, please. Please give us that. VAR! Yes! Go on, lad. Go on, Cocker. Oh, yes! We deserve this. We deserve... If I see anyone in the chat, if I see anyone giving stick for this after what we went through in the first half, it is a definite penalty. Oh, he's pulling him. He's all over him, ref. He's all over him like a cheap suit. Like a cheap suit. He's all over him. Inter Milan, get him off. That's a red, that, as well as a pen. It's not a red, but it is a pen. That is a pen. Come on. VAR, let's check it. Penalty, sir. Come on. Come on. Give it. Give the pen. Give the pen. Bastoni. Yeah, it was you. That's right, it was you. It better be. Yes! Yes, we've got it! We've got it! Woohoo! Yes! Yellow card for Bastoni. Oh, you had it, lad. You can't be pulling people's shirt in the box like that. Them's the rules. Hey, we was all talking about the rules in the first half and how important it is. Oh, it's so important if it hits your hand, even if it just grazes your hand. Look at him. Look at that. He's all over him. It's a penalty, that. Clear pen. Clear pen. Clear pen. The goal should have stood. That's a pen. Justice. I'm going to say it again. Justice, justice, justice. Absolute justice for Liverpool. And Dominic Szoboszlai to take the pen. Oh, Dom, please do it. Please. Oh, please, Dominic Szoboszlai. I'll love you forever, mate. I'll love you forever if this goes in. Please. Please. This will be an unbelievable performance if we've got an away win here. Dominic Szoboszlai. 88th minute at the San Siro. No English side has won here for 3 years. Szoboszlai. Yes! 1-0 Liverpool! We've done it! He's there! Justice! 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 There you go! It was absolutely the right decision from the referee. It should have been 1-0 in the first half, but it's 1-0 now. And I tell you what, them Inter Milan players, they won't know what's hit them. They won't know what's hit them. Oh, get in there! Yes! 1-0! We love it! Let's take it. Here we go. Let me change that scoreline. Let me just update the old scoreboard there. Whoa, 1-0. It's a great goal. Oh, Kane, late equaliser coming in 9 minutes added time. Listen, this ref better do us a favour with this added time. We've had nothing. We've had no luck this season, us. Look at Slot. Look at him. Let's have a bit of focus, eh, lads? Bit of focus. Here we go. Ginga, you lucky Scouse bastards. Blake says, how is that a pen to Liverpool? Just shocking. I'll tell you why it's a pen. Karma. Are you a believer in karma? Because I am. Not the song, Karma Chameleon, but we can all sing the song. I'm telling you, that was definitely a goal in the first half. We got unjustly, we had a goal chalked off in the first half, and now we get a penalty. Is it a bit soft? Well, maybe. Maybe it is a bit soft. But there's unquestionably a pulling of the shirt there. And for that reason, it should be a penalty. In the Premier League, it probably isn't. It probably isn't a pen in the Prem. But in the Prem, that is definitely a goal in the first half. So by the same logic, that is a penalty in the Champions League. Apparently rules are rules, and we do it by the book in the Champions League. That's fine by me. Graham, love Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday Champs League, Europa League and Conference. Unless you're a Man United fan, then it's just a Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday night. Oh, Timbo says we've fallen from 4th to 11th. I love it. Erdy Gaming. Hi, how's it going, Erdy? Here's Alexis McAllister. Don't you give it away, you shitbag. Here's Connor Bradley. Atalanta 2, Chelsea 1, full time. Oh, come on, Liverpool. Just see this one out. How many minutes? How many minutes? This one's going to be crucial. How many minutes at the end of the first half? End of the second half, rather. Come on. Just keep hold of it now. Keep hold of it. How many? How many? 6, maybe? Max? Ekatiki. Hit it. Oh. Well done, Kanati. That's brilliant. All the way back. How many minutes, ref? How many, sir? How many? 6. We'll take that. 6 will be enough. We'll see that out. We're good enough for 6. Definitely enough for 6. We're 30 seconds in anyway. 6 will do. Blake Griffin live says, I can't believe my eyes. And the defender gave the ref a decision to make. It's silly from Bastoni. And Bradders says, where's Tolga now? I know, yeah, hey, Tolga, the Turkish supercomputer. Where have you gone, cock? I tell you, it was Inter was going to win. Inter was going to win. They've all disappeared. Apparently, it's all a lie. Goliath says, that's fair game, never a penalty, but after the first goal, totally fair. It is on balance, isn't it? You have to give that one. You have to give it. Mohammed says, swings and roundabouts, we got robbed earlier, so I don't care. Absolutely right. And Ben says, come on the boys, hold on. Liverpool, we did it against Leeds. We let it go against Leeds. And, oh, what is that? Alexis McAllister's gone down here, is it? Oh, is it Alexis McAllister? It is. Oh, hey, I hope he's not got to be out for a long time. I'm not saying that seriously, but please, even if it's just, can you just not be in for the Brighton game? Just give us a break of Alexis McAllister, because I'm fed up of it. Shell, my bedtime night key, gutted if you win. Hey, no worries, Shell. Take it easy. Sleep tight and we'll see you on the next one. Hopefully in tomorrow for the Newcastle game. Callum says we need Inter to score, so we go above you. Who do you support, Callum? And Timbo says he's not a Turkish supercomputer, he's a Turkish Nokia brick. And Blake says English clubs doing Italian clubs in as per. Fair play, Liverpool. And Gary the Geezer, Ekatiki's been shocking today. Ben, I think Hugo's done all right today. I think he's done all right. I mean, he's done okay. He's done all right. I mean, Isak was the same. I think I'd give both. If I had to give player ratings tonight, it'd probably be a 6.5 out of 10 for both. I don't think either's done brilliant. I think the best players tonight have probably been, keep him out. Keep him out. Inter, strike. Miles wide. It's going to be a corner. No, 2.5 minutes. Yeah, I think Dominic Szoboszlai would be one of my man of the matches, but honestly, I have to say, I think Virgil van Dijk and Kanate at the back have been absolutely brilliant as well. I think defensively we've been so much better. Into the corner ball. Good claim from Ali. Again, Alisson in the big moments. Just taking the pressure off the defence. He's absolutely unreal. Gary the Geezer says the 2 up top just doesn't work. Well, we've only played it twice, mate. We've played it twice. And we've played it twice and both games we've won. So you say it doesn't work, but we've only actually played it the system twice. Once against Eintracht Frankfurt, we won 5-1. Once tonight, and we've won at the San Siro. I think it does work. I think long term, 4-4-2 is the plan for Liverpool. 4-4-2 is the system that we go with. I'm telling you. Ben says, make sure Ali stays. And Timbo, see you later, Key. I'm going to cry myself to sleep after we've not won any of our last 4 games after that Barca win. Oh yeah, that Chelsea revival all of a sudden falling on deaf ears, isn't it? Callum, I support Tottenham, man. Hey, well, you've had a good win tonight, haven't you? Tottenham over Slavia Prague. Yeah, 3-0. Xavi Simons as well with a good performance again. That's a foul, referee. Thank you. 2 minutes to go. We're getting there. We're getting there. Ben, we've not won yet. Whoa. I'm calling it now. We've won this. Even with 2 minutes left. This is a composed performance. We've got it in the bag. Daniel says, Lautaro Martinez as a striker stinks. Doesn't do it on the big stage, does he? And Gary the Geezer, it only works if you have 2 different profile strikers like Ekatike and Marmoush. I don't doubt that we do need different options up there. We only have 2, don't we? Let's be honest. We have Isak and Ekatike. They are our striker options. So unless we move Salah and Gakpo centrally, that is our striker options for the remainder of the season. Handball, 60 seconds to go. Inter Milan are going to pump this one long, I'm sure. Come on, Liverpool, defend these high balls. We've got to win our duels. Szoboszlai, straight out of play. That's our ball, sir. That's our ball, sir. Good lad. Good lad, Liverpool. I love it. Nathan Brown says, I wish Rio would get a chance. The thing is, mate, you can't have it always. You can't have, well, I wish we win, but I wish we'd win in a certain way. When we're defending better than we have been. Tonight is a really good performance. This is a brilliant performance from Liverpool. Defensively, not only to keep a clean sheet at the San Siro and limit Inter to very few chances, but to win. To win the game of football is brilliant. Three years, no English teams won here. Here's Florian Wirtz. Keep hold of it, Flo. Keep hold of it. Szoboszlai, take it in the corner. No rush. No rush. No rush. Keep hold. Don't even need to do anything. Just keep hold of it. Oh, what are you doing? 20 seconds left. Good tackle. Wonderful tackle from my mate, Alexis McAllister. Love him a lot. Class result, Liverpool, says Blake Griffin. And Scottish GHK says, Key, that optimism is dangerous. Listen, like I said, glass half full, Key. Ref, 6 minutes are up now, ref. Come on, let's blow up. Let's blow up. Let's have it. Let's blow up. That's it. Full time. There you go, Liverpool have got it. Got to be full time now. Just keep hold of it. Take the foul. Thank you. That'll do us. That'll do us a big 3 points for Liverpool at the San Siro. What an absolutely fantastic chance for Liverpool to regain our momentum. You know, we've started to play really, really well. To come here and win off the back of Mo Salah and what happened in the past week, this is massive. This is absolutely huge for Arne Slot and this Liverpool side, the whole coaching staff, the players who have gone, the players who've gone and absolutely put a shift in. It's absolutely brilliant. Fabulous. This Shy Boy says, big up, Key. Good to see you. Thank you for that, mate, again. Hopefully the shift was all right. And Blake Griffin says, English Premier League, the cream of the crop. First Inter-home loss in the Champions League in a while. Yeah, 3 years apparently. And Ben says, lovely jubbly. Great performance. The Inter manager, Cristian Chivu, is coming on, surrounding the referee along with all of his players, Lautaro Martinez. The Inter players are absolutely fuming with the referee. But I've got to be honest, they got away with one tonight. The first half, they should have been a goal down. They should have been a goal down first half. And they managed to squeak that one through. But at the end of the day, the penalty probably is a little bit harsh, but we'll take it. We will take it. Taylor says Maresca out. Christ, those Chelsea fans turn quickly, don't they? 4 games without a win since they beat Barcelona. All of a sudden, Maresca out. I can't believe what I'm seeing. Unbelievable. Goliath, it's good stuff. It's just what's needed for Liverpool. And Paul Hexham says, yeah, it's over. And I was going to say I need to end the... I need to stop the clock, don't I? Right. There you go. Inter Milan 0, Liverpool 1. What a result. What a result. I will be back tomorrow, by the way. I'll be back tomorrow for Liverpool against... no, Liverpool aren't playing tomorrow night. Chelsea. No. Newcastle. Fucking hell, Key. What are you talking about? Bayer Leverkusen against Newcastle tomorrow. That's what we're watching. Wednesday night. We'll keep updated on Real Madrid against Man City. But I'm going to be doing that game. I think it's going to be absolutely massive. Bayer Leverkusen, Newcastle. And on Thursday, we've got 2 games back-to-back. We're going to be doing Utrecht against Nottingham Forest at 5:45 in the Europa League, followed by, I don't know whether to do Shelbourne against Crystal Palace or Bâle against Aston Villa. Bâle-Aston Villa might be a good game. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. But Thursday night we're doing that. And on Friday we've got West Brom against Sheffield United in the Championship. Big game in the Championship too. So lots and lots of fantastic games coming up over the next few days. If you're new around here and you've not liked, please do click like on the video. It massively helps me. Click like on the live. If you like watch-alongs like this, my name's Key. I do watch-alongs every single day. More watch-alongs than any other channel. That's what I do. I love watching football, and we've got a great community of fans in the chat. You'll see all different types of fans, from Notts County to Arsenal to City, Liverpool. We've got everyone. Newcastle fans. We'll have lots of Newcastle fans in the chat tomorrow for Bayer Leverkusen, Newcastle. So if you like these watch-alongs, please do help me out. Click like, click subscribe. I'm live every day, and I will see you all tomorrow for Bayer Leverkusen, Newcastle. Take it easy. What a win. Hey!